called me up, told me fuck that old stuff.
Let's go! Let's go!
Well, I got something new for you, homie. Triple X. SIXXEXO.
Yeah!
Let's go. Old hoes got new tricks, old folks hate my new whips. Old chill spots got upgraded, F vodka and Netflix. Old J's for these new fits, old Blaze backwoods piff. Old bills that I got them faded, now the pots and checks ripped. My old homies was reckless, whipping in the bando, couple white girls jiggling topless. Rock mixed with thoughtness, rock life recognized. Far from a thug, but I got mine. And an 18-month-old with my initials giving me the 9 to pop mine. And it's registered, so I sit next to your body while you shot crime. Card in my hand, on my head, tell a popo, yeah, I shot mine. Stop lying, that confession, that shit was so cold. Another nigga beef that was squashed last week, man, that shit was so cold. Yeah, let's go.
Getting to the money while you sleep, yeah. I'm on some new shit. Hard work pays off. Bitch, your boy about to take off, and I ain't coming back down, 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 down. Yeah. And I ain't coming back down, down. Triple X, baby. We finally here. Dedication, motivation, that's just part of the game. I can't explain all of the things that really made me insane. I put my soul in these rhymes to take my mind off the pain. Nobody helped when I failed, nobody gave me a thing. I made my way through the darkness, now I'm as bright as a flame. Thought I wanted some fame, but all I wanted was change. Now everybody can see me, now they screaming my name. Man, I done came long ways, and I'm just glad that I came. And now I'm shitting on these niggas, and I'm just doing my thing. It ain't shit they can do, but you sit and complain. Bitch, I'm fly as a plane, boy, you simple and plain. Bitch, I'm running the game, and you ain't running the thing, nigga. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man.
In case you didn't know.
Oh, they know, homie.
What time it is.
My G, they know.
Or what I'm on.
They know. I do.
I simply tell them. Catch up, nigga. I'ma say it again.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Ketchup or mustard, bitch. I'm
on some new shit. Grind hard all week. Getting to the money while you sleep, yeah. I'm on some new shit. Hard work pays off. Bitch, your boy about to take off, and I ain't coming back down, 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 down. And I ain't coming back down, 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 down. I waited a long time for this.
Six called me up, told me fuck that old stuff.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, I got something new for you, homie. Triple X. SIXXEXO.
Yeah.
Let's go. Old hoes got new tricks, old folks hate my new whips. Old chill spots got upgraded, F vodka and Netflix. Old J's for these new fits, old Blaze backwoods piff. Old bills that I got them faded, now the pots and checks ripped. My old homies was reckless, whipping in the bando, couple white girls jiggling topless. Rock mixed with thoughtness, rock life recognized. Far from a thug, but I got mine. And an 18-month-old with my initials giving me the 9 to pop mine. And it's registered, so I sit next to your body while you shot crime. Card in my hand, on my head, tell a popo, yeah, I shot mine. Stop lying, that confession, that shit was so cold. Another nigga beef that was squashed last week, man, that shit was so cold. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I am back with another episode of Man Talk Monday. Listen, man, my apologies for yesterday. Not apologizing for the reason, but just my apologies that we weren't able to bring you guys a show. And the reason we weren't able to bring you guys a show is simply this, and it's probably going to be the problem going forward. I'm busy. Man, work is insanely crazy, and I'm not complaining about it. Yeah, Ricardo, you see that? You see that Jamaican flag in the back? I'm representing for my Zoes too. I got the Haitian flag for Kev in the back. So we are so busy at work, which I kind of feel like I came back too quick. You know, I was all happy to come back January, not knowing what was going to be waiting for me when I got back to work in January. And such is the problem that I have now. Not necessarily a problem, is a good problem to have, because the alternative is not to be busy, but we are extremely busy at work. We got a lot of new contracts in. Just to let you inside baseball, you know, we're making a very important component to the new electric Hummers coming up. So, you know, and they require, you know, you got to be there every minute for them. If they say they want to send an airplane to your facility to come pick up some parts, then that's what they got to do. So basically, that's how I am. I'm beholden right now to the company. And, you know, not for nothing, it's a good problem to have, because, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying how good it is. In the past 2 years, you know, my company gave me what amounts to $30,000 in cash just as incentives. So I do go above and beyond for them. So I look at it this way, like when it comes to streaming or actually doing what pays the bills at home, then I'm always pick what pays the bills at home. But with that being said, I do love this. So I do have a commitment to doing this. So I'm going to try to do this every opportunity that I get. But it looks more and more like we'll be doing what we started last year, back on the bi-weekly schedule, especially next week is Inauguration Monday, MLK. So we definitely won't be here Monday. The wrestling shows will be bi-weekly. Tafis Politics will be back on the 21st. So that leaves my Bible guys, because I know some of my Bible guys been reaching out to me. They're like, hey man, what's going on? You know, I haven't forgot about you. So what I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push all the Bible stuff. Shiesty Bum, what's up, Shiesty Bum? What's up, Shiesty Bum? Shiesty Bum, the invitation stands if you want to come up on the panel, especially because I'm pretty sure you got some shit to talk about tonight, what we're gonna be talking about. So the invitation does stand. So I think I'm gonna push all the debates and stuff till February. That way we could start fresh. You know, I see Jackie McCall in the building. Jackie McCall reached out to me, you know, wanting to do some more I'm Not Your Traditional Brother. And, you know, we loved I'm Not Your Traditional Brother. So we definitely got to get Jackie on. I got to get Brother Ashen because he wants to do polygamy and all the other stuff. And just so you guys know, I am in the process of working on awards for Reggie and Stacy, you know, for being the debate champs for 2023, and Reggie for being the champ for 2024. So there's a lot going on, man, and they are actively working on the After Dark show also. So there's a lot going on. We won't leave you. We ain't gonna leave you empty-handed. But what I am saying is, I'm really busy, and you know, I play. So in the pecking order of my company, I'm third in command, and that's not me making it up. I am legit third in command. So they lean on me a lot. Like they require a lot from me. So, you know, and I am loyal to them because they take care of me, you know, things like that. So that's where we are with that. That's why we weren't here yesterday. It was for no other reason, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It's just, I was just stuck at work, man. And that's probably gonna, you know, that's gonna be the case going forward on some days. For the most part, this is the earliest show that we do, which I start at 5:45 just to give you guys time to come in. But you know, the other shows like Tafis Politics, Wrestling with Reality, all that stuff starts about 6:30, closer to 7. So I don't think it should be a problem. But we'll figure it out, man. It is what it is. Straight Talk Society ain't going nowhere. What I do need y'all to do, though, I do need y'all to share the channel out, share the videos, let everybody know what's going on. I received a call to not a call. I received a message today that somebody, I still don't know who the person was, and I don't care to know who the person was. That they were worried, like, hey, what happened? There was no Man Talk Monday yesterday. What's going on? But I had to let them know, rest assured, it wasn't any issue. It was just because of work, because they're very interested in the topic that we were talking about. And it's somebody I don't know. So it's good to know that other people find out about the show. I have cards that all you got to do is scan the QR code and it'll take you right to the channel. I think when I redo the shirts, I'm going to put the QR code on the back, on the neck part. So anybody standing behind me, they could just scan it and it'll take them right to the channel. Things like that. Because I think what we do is good. No, this isn't a gigantic channel. It's not. It's funny. I was talking to somebody this morning at Wawa, and she asked me, she's like, what's the Straight Talk Society? And I'm like, it's my community. And she's like, what are you talking about? So I let her know what it is and everything like that. She's like, oh man. She was like, how many subscribers do you have? And then I'm like, I got about 2K. She was like, man, why are you saying it's so modest? I'm like, hey, I'm just a loudmouth with a microphone. I'm shocked. She's like, yeah, man, that's hell for somebody who really don't have any footprint anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's real good. So hopefully she tunes into the channel tonight, and she likes it and all that good stuff. But nevertheless, man, I do see 2 or 3 of my co-hosts, man. Hopefully Wayne comes by tonight because I do want to tackle this topic. Somebody reached out to me specifically wanting to hear about this topic. So you know how we do it. Shout out to Shiesty Bum. Shout out to the greatest moderator in the business, Keela. Shout out to Jackie McCall. Shout out to the one and only Ricardo. I saw Manny B in the building earlier. Hey, man, shout out to those of you watching over on Twitter. That's what's up, man. Y'all don't normally watch Man Talk Monday on Twitter. Y'all watch the wrestling and the football, but that's good, man. I like that y'all tuning into it. Manny B, we're going to talk about some black man, black woman stuff tonight, man. And I just got the greatest sound clip. I didn't even ask for it. Somebody just offered up and sent me a sound clip, so I will be playing it on the show. But hey, guess what, man? Y'all make sure and smash that like button, because on the other side, we'll be back with what you guys came to see, and that is Man Talk Monday exclusively brought to you by Straight Talk Society. Wayne, where you at?
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Like,
oh, okay. Hey, man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we all sexy. Like,
he just goes off. He just went off on you like that, just for no reason.
Yeah, man.
The Straight Talk Society.
Is it the barbershop? Is it the barbershop? Yes, it's the barbershop. Yes. I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Being smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
You're not Jamaican.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Being smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind.
What up, fellas? On the panel, everybody in the chat, and I'm never apologizing.
See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all
Thank you, mama. I love what namesake. You know what it is.
All right.
Test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games. I'm too busy playing my part.
Sometimes people just can't shut their damn mouth. Literally, that's all it's about. Shut up. Just shut up. Take your money and shut up.
The man I wanna be, but I'll be damn, I'm gonna be. Up in the hand, I'm gonna see.
Let's be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
Lyrically, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm very necessary. Plans to see my adversary.
This is the barbershop. The place where a black man means something. Cornerstone neighborhood.
All right, we are back with Man Talk Monday. Wayne is having some sign-in problems, but he'll be here. Hey, one of y'all drop the link for Wayne again. I don't know what it is. I sent the link twice. Wayne, use one of the two links because I emailed you one, and then I also put one in the group chat, man. So I do see this pop up. Shout out to Keela. It says member for 11 months. First of all, I can't believe we've been having the membership channel membership for 11 months, but the fact that she'd be a channel member for 11 months, and I know it's not just her. I want to say Mike is probably one of the first signups, things like that. So that's crazy, because some people, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the channel membership is very low, the cost, but the fact that every month they still renew it is still weird to me, and I'm still kind of humbled by it. But nevertheless, man, I am joined by two out of the three of the co-hosts on Man Talk Monday, the barbershop. Young Kev in the building. What's going on, Kev?
Yes, sir, man. I'm brown, blessed, and pretty. But nah, man, you deserve everything you got, so don't think it's weird. And what's up, chat?
Brown, blessed, and pretty. Mike, don't get them too bad, Mike. We are joined by Big Money Mike. Mike, I hope you see the stock market things I got in the back for you. I had you in mind and I did that.
Oh, sir, I saw it. I was mad for a second because I was like, why is this Haitian flag just overbearing everything I'm looking at? Then I was like, well, that's me. And I was like, oh yeah, Kevin is not Jamaican. See how it just leads back to the truth? That's all it is. the shit just like a circle. Let's just go back to the end. It's 360, baby. It's wonderful. What up, chat? Except for one person. They know who they are. Twin in the building. Yeah, I'm petty. I don't care. Twin in the building. Key Tot in the building. Big Dog Jackie in the building. I can't see who else in there because I'm trying to get actual clothes on because you know how I get down.
Here you go.
The number one B mic in the world is ready. Let's make this happen.
So, Shiesty, I do want you to know, Mike gave us a proposition. And this is weird for Mike because Mike loved to talk. So he offered to give up his seat for a show if you'd come on. He says so he could troll you from the chat like how you do him. So the offer does stand if that's what you want to do. So tonight's topic,
it stands.
Restoring trust. Can black men and black women unite again? So we'll get to that, but y'all know Mike likes to talk too much, clearly. So all right, well, all right, because y'all just gonna go back and forth, so y'all can go back and forth in chat. But all right, so we will get to this topic, but you guys know before we get into that, I do want to get into something else. So I have a tale of two tapes here. Shout out to Wayne in the chat. Drop the link. All right, let me drop the link in the chat, Wayne. Oh man. So we do have a tale of two tapes of a story that ran across my eyeballs. Could have been when I was clearing my IG messages. I may have saw this from Ricardo or Mike. Could have been Zay. Who knows? They always send me stuff that I pick out for the show, but nevertheless, I thought it was very interesting when I saw this. So for the fellas, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play two things for you. Well, one of them I have to read because one's not a video, but I'm gonna bring up two scenarios, and then after that we'll discuss it. I'm not even gonna say anything to the end just because I don't want it to go too long because I really want to get into some more stuff. But I do feel like we need to touch on this, and I'm definitely interested to see what you guys had to say. So let me bring this up. I feel like I haven't done this in forever, man. Share the screen.
Wasn't Shiesty Bum on the show already?
No. See, because I think I know who Shiesty Bum is, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think I know who she is too, but I don't think it's somebody you gonna like. I think it's a a person that we know that likes to email. But we'll get to that another day.
Oh, jeez. Oh boy. All right, so y'all see this. Well, okay, Wayne. Oh no, Wayne's not up here yet. So Jimmy Butler, disgruntled Heat player. By the way, his baby mother's asking for $10,000 more a month. He already pays $55K a month for 2 kids. So y'all see that?
I see nothing wrong, but yeah, I see it.
Wow.
All right.
You are disgusting.
All right. So all right. I just want to make sure y'all see that. Chat, y'all see that. Everybody sees that. Jimmy Butler makes about $50 million a year. For the Miami Heat, he wants out because he wants another contract. I'll just say this, Mr. Jimmy, Florida has no state tax. So wherever else you're going, you're not getting that much money in dollars. So just keep that in mind. Well, yeah, but he's not going to the Mavericks.
He's trying to go to Wemby and them.
Yeah, he wants to go to Phoenix.
Yeah, he need to go to Wemby and them and let it go. Just go to Wemby and be the in the startup of a burgeoning company.
Well, you know, I've had my child support should be capped. I agree, Manny B. I got my thoughts about Jimmy Butler. Y'all check out my shorts. I did a whole full 3 minutes on it. So okay, so we do see this though. So I don't want to lose sight of what I'm saying. Jimmy Butler's baby mother's asking for $10K a month. So now she wants $65,000 a month for 2 kids. Okay, so let's look at this alternating story here.
Life. And then somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, but I also might call him my baby daddy, decided when he got out the military after doing 20 plus years that retirement, disability, and school money wasn't enough for him. So he had to hit his baby mama for child support. And so I was like, dang, baby daddy, I'm not doing enough. Do you need more help? What do I need to help with? Do I need to help with your mortgage? Do I need to pay a bill? Do I need to take over a tuition? What do I need to do more of? And he like, I don't know. And I'm like, what the you mean you don't know? You went in there and told them people you needed help. What you need help with? And he like, I don't know. I don't need help. I'm a grown man. I don't need no help. That's what he was saying. So I'm like, dang. So what you need child support for? I'm confused. So anyways, he still takes me. They look at my finances and they was like, oh my gosh, you make a lot of money. So we want you to pay $5,000 a month for your one child. That baby don't even got $5K of expenses. That baby can't even spend $5K in one day if we let him. He don't even know what $5K is. You want me to give it to who? That man? Or what? Oh, just because you make that much. So I'm living my...
All right, so you heard it, and the topic of this says, while her baby daddy put her on child support, the court asked her to pay $5K. Was he right or wrong for doing this? So now that you guys saw both parallels that I see, I know one wants 65 million, but one wants 5K. But we're reasonable enough to see where we're going here. Shout out to Cliff in the building. I saw somebody else new come over here that I didn't see before. Two-Face, $2Face. Peace to you, Kev. The mother of 2 kids wants 65K. She's already getting 55K. Now she wants an extra 10 for 2 kids. First of all, what say you about that?
I'm gonna let Mike go first so I can disagree.
All right, go ahead, because Mike gonna say that I think me and Mike gonna agree 100%. That's why I'm not saying nothing. Mike, what's your thoughts first on Jimmy Butler's baby mama, and then on the woman that's bitching that, you know, her man wants 5K a month?
See,
piece of Cliff.
My problem is that as men, we're logical and we attempt to be consistent. But it's impossible to be logical and consistent when you're dealing with these bum-ass females. That's the problem. Because the man in me wants to have a certain reaction, but the petty bastard in me wants to be like, oh, okay, let me take off. Because I promise you, before you ask me this, I was online looking up all they BS responses to child support. And I was going to say nothing but all of them. I just couldn't find it in time. I promise you I was going to be petty. I was going to have he should have, I kind of. I had all that. She should have wore a condom. She should have had him wear. They got those female condoms. Why she wasn't wearing that? I had all kind of petty stuff to say. And I don't believe it, but I believe in symmetry. And if all these heifers are going to say, or like they said, pay up. You should have wore a condom. Cool. If that's how we going to do it, even though it's unfair, because ain't nothing, homegirl just said it, ain't nothing 5K going to do for a kid. Ain't no kid got 5K worth of bills. This heifer asking for 10K on top of the 50 she's already getting. You see? But it's okay. It's okay when it's her. That's why I say men, when they made up drizzle, and the dude came by with the petty salt and said sprinkle, it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life. It was fantastic. These heifers want to be men? Cool. Let them be men. Sit back, relax, get your soft life, king, and get that child support. I'm petty. Get that child. And you know what? Be a man about it. Get the child support. Don't even spend it. Put it in an account. And then when your baby turn 18, be like, oh, look, mommy helped your college fund. That's what I'm doing. Be petty. Petty. Stop giving. That's the problem with men. Same thing I got a problem with black people. Black people always trying to be moral and be right. Oh, he hit me, so I got to go hit him back because that's morals. No. It's like I tell them all the time. I don't argue with white people no more. I call the police first. Officer, these strange white, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see it. These strange white men with skateboards are skating around my car. I feel threatened. Get the bass out your voice. I don't understand why they're here, officer. I'm terrified. I'm here listening to my Will Smith CD, trying to put my money in the bank like a good capitalist in America. They love that stuff. They love it. See? Yup. Should have wore a condom.
See what Shicey Bum said kids need financial support. Should have wore a rubber.
It's a sport until it get flipped around on them. They keep forgetting. Y'all want to be the breadwinners. Y'all want to go out and make all that money. Y'all want to pay up. Cool. When the stuff gets flipped, y'all become Britney Spears, where 18 years of your life, you giving money to a man you slept with a couple of times. Cool. Don't cry about it when it happens. I'm going to sit here and laugh. Matter of fact, every time a chick get laced from now on, I'm going to do like old school, how we used to get those posters out of the magazine. I'm going to hang up pictures on the wall. Oh, shorty got hit for $30,000 in child support. Cool. It's hilarious, sir. Ain't nothing better. They want to cry. I can't believe what kind of man. And that's their biggest weapon. What kind of man wants to take money from a woman? This one. I'll take it.
So Shicey, you're going to have to come up here one day. Men don't cry about supporting their kids. On clowns do. Hey, well, I know what you're doing. I know what she's doing, but
she's trying to teach.
I'm not. I said I wasn't gonna say nothing to the end, but I know I see what you're trying to do.
You're trying to be Kevin.
I see what you're trying to do. Shout out to Wayne in the building, man. The Black Lion.
What up, fellas? I don't know what was going on, man. I had some issues. I don't know what was going on.
Lion.
What's happening, fellas? Kel, Mike, Trill, everybody in the chat. What's happening? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Shout out to producer extraordinaire Vancat in the building. Y'all noticed Vancat came on here and said what's up to everybody else but me.
He said what's up to me?
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Vancat?
It's all good. So Shicey saying the law. Again, I said I'll deal with this at the end. Wayne, what's your thoughts on this? Jimmy Butler pays $55K for 2 kids. Wayne was part of this. I'm not sure if Mike was. When I used to just do the podcast, I did a show called The Truth About Child Support. Cliff's in the building. I call him too, where I just call 7 random guys and just ask them about child support. I got to find that episode and upload it. That was fantastic. But Wayne,
I remember that.
Jimmy Butler pays $55K a month. His baby mama now wants an extra 10 for 2 kids. So that in itself, you have that situation. Then I played a video of a young lady who makes a lot of money, according to her, and the judge ordered her to pay $5,000 a month for to her baby daddy, and she's bitching and complaining about it. So what's your thoughts on, I know it's your thoughts on the whole child support thing. If you want to throw that in, you can too, but what's your thoughts on those? Because I always say what's good for the goose is good for the gander, but you know, because if you go look at the chat of those videos, everybody like, oh, well, you should have wear a rubber, you shouldn't have, you know what you did, you know who you got pregnant, you know. So you know, I figure equal opportunity here. So what's your thoughts on this?
I think it's extortion. I mean, I mean, I don't care too much about the woman's situation because that's a very small, rare case that women pay child support. Majority of the time, men pay child support. You know, it's unconstitutional. It's highway robbery. I think it should be a cap on it. I'm not against men taking care of their children, but 50 grand a month, that's ridiculous. I mean, you know what I mean? It should be a cap on it. You know, I mean
Oh,
they can
Wayne,
take
hold
those
up,
child.
Wayne, because this is not the first. Because I'm glad that you came today. See, damn, I didn't want to take forever, but we, you know, it's going to be what it's going to
Yeah,
be.
oh yeah, we here.
You,
Yeah, we here. Let's
no,
get it.
I this is not the first time I hear you say that child support is unconstitutional. What do you mean exactly by that? Because me and
It's
you had a
extortion.
long conversation about this.
That's a fact.
Because it's extortion. I mean, if you do the research on it, I mean, they say child support court is not even a court. It's not even governed by a federal government. It's a branch on a branch on a branch. It's a huge cover up pretending to be a court, to be something that's actually backed up by the federal. I mean, it's not even backed up by the federal government. Really, it isn't. It really isn't, bro. Um, yeah. I mean, there's really I mean, there's no law actually in the Constitution or anywhere written where you have to pay child support. Like nobody, like in this country, I mean, they can't make you actually take care of your kid. You know what I mean?
But they'll
But
take your license and put you in jail.
yeah, they can. They'll do it. I mean, but a lot of times, I mean, it's a lot of people fight it. It's so many different avenues to it. I mean, because a lot of times if you sign a paper and you don't read through that stuff, man, you actually sign your freedom away if you don't pay child support. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. I mean, I like the state of Florida because the state of Florida, man, they cracking back on it a whole lot. They're giving fathers a lot more leeway with it. But if women, I just feel like this with child support. You know, if a woman is allowed to abort her baby, give the baby up for adoption, if she's not forced to be a mother in this country, then I don't think a man should be forced to pay child support. Now, should he take care of his child? Absolutely. But I think it should be an option for a man to want to take part in the system or not. It should be his choice because it's a woman's choice of whether the child live or dies. And in this country, they do not make women take care of their children. Okay, I shared a story the other day where a woman dropped her child off to the fire station. They
Yes.
didn't go look for that woman. They didn't pull us, you know, they didn't investigate and say, hey, you need to pay child support. We'll take the child because you don't want the child, but you got to pay child support. But guess what? They'll do that to a man if a woman goes down there and file. But they don't make a woman pay child support if she gives away her child. If she don't want to be a mother, then she can get an abortion. So I think men should have the option to pay or not pay. And then I think it should be a cap. I don't think they should be able to take 50%. I think right now they can go up to 50% of your net income. They can take it.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous.
So Mike, and Wayne, because I'm gonna have Kev come in and just clean all this shit up. Kev gonna come in and just sweep the room. 55K. Even if y'all had it, I just said Jimmy Butler has a $55 million contract. He's looking for 60 now. That's why he's pissed with the Heat because they didn't give him the extension. Shout out to the political prophet amongst men, MD in the building. 55 million. Does that justify having to pay 55? Now she's asking for 65 for 2 kids.
See, I find this is why I don't like sports media, because they're lying. The man does not have a $55 million contract. The contract might say $55 million on it, but he is not taking $55 million home.
Probably making 2 more, like 20 after taxes.
Exactly. And with that 20, he has to pay off all the people that work for him. With that 20, he has to keep his family that are close to him out of poverty. With that 20, he has to live the life that he's supposed to be looking like he's living, because you have to look like you have money to get money. You learn that lesson. You can't walk around looking broke. If you walk around looking broke, people aren't going to want you to be their endorsement for things. If you walk around looking broke, people aren't going to want to give you stuff. If you walk around looking broke, you don't get to walk in the club. So he has to keep up his life. Plus, he has to get a house that has a gate around it of security, because we know these crazy people pop up at your crib. So they do. They pop up at your crib. Oh, I just wanted to smell his sock. Like, these people nuts. So he's got places that his money needs to go. And everybody acting like, oh, it's just 50,000. No, it's not. It's 50,000 a month. Y'all ain't listening. 55,000 a month. A month. She's making more than most doctors make in a quarter of the year. And she don't do nothing. And here's my biggest problem. And this is why 50 Cent will always be my favorite rapper. I didn't say he the best rapper. I said he'd be my favorite rapper. Because when he realized what his baby mom was doing, he took himself to child support court and got his own stuff laid out, put all the money in the bank account, and said, to hell with that heifer. I'm moving on with my life. That's what you should do. But that's because he was just opening up the burgeoning part of his career. Jimmy Butler's our age, a little bit under us. His basketball career is about to be over. He on his last contract. He fighting with a team he took to the finals twice to get money. So he don't have 55,000 be thrown away every month for this foolishness. And
hey, Mike, Mike, real quick, as you say that, it'd be real good if we had a basketball show on this channel. Just saying.
Hey, you can't come to me with that, because you see I'm working on another show. I'm putting in work. I got proof. But I will say this. It is amazing to me how women can act like they don't understand stuff until it affects them. I've never had a period in my life, but I can understand that pain. I can understand that pain from similar pain I've gone through and from separate solo things I've gone through. I've had cramps in the lower triangle. Everybody know the lower triangle? If you don't, look at your body, figure it out yourself. I've had cramps in the lower triangle. I've had days where I wasn't feeling good. I've had all of the things that women say are menstrual things, all separately. And I can imagine how sucky it would be to have them all happen at the same time. You know what I mean? I've never had premenstrual cramps or anything, but I can understand. Women act like they can't understand why this is unfair until one of two things happen. One, until it happens to them, or two, until it happens to their son. That's the only time they understand. That's why whenever I talk to women now, I don't use men. I bring up their kid. I'm like, so it'd be fair? You really want your kid to end up with a chick who's been out for the whole basketball team? Oh, no, not my son. Why is it okay for me? And then they be like, because logic and consistency don't work for most women today. They don't have it. So like I said, sir, fight your fight. Don't pay that extra 10 grand. That's crazy. That extra 10 grand is nuts. Stand up like a man to tell her to kick rocks. She don't need 50. Bro, she don't even have a job. She don't even have a job. You know she don't clean nothing. If she get 55,000 a month, she got a cleaner, she got a cook. She don't even, get a job.
And I bet you her condo is probably bigger than my house.
That's easy. Put a dude in the front that calls her Mrs. whatever the hell her name is. Welcome home, Mrs. Shiesty.
Jackie McCall, you and Shiesty killing me. Hey, Jackie McCall says real men take care of their children and avoid child support. Some of these women are nasty, though. Although the man is taking care of the child, they still put him on child support. That's crazy. Shout out to Hassan Tahir in the building. Peace to you, MD. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna star that, and I'm gonna pull it up myself because he's pissed at Wayne. He says, tell Wayne to read Title 18 of the U.S. Code live right here on Man Talk Monday. Yes, sir. I'm going to go pull it up while I'm in the back. Shout out to D-Lock in the building. Kev, you've been quiet. Go and clean this mess up for us.
You know what? I'm a chill. I'm a chill. Nah, freak that, bro. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of this talk. Bro. I'm tired of this low accountability, no type of hey, you know, I messed up, so let me go in and fix my actions. Nah, you're just moving the blame. Just like I figured you guys would. Your dick, your responsibility. What type of man does not want to take care of his own family? What type of man doesn't want to do that, bro? Even if the courts is going over the top with it, I get it. Child support kind of messes up your life, but you mess up your life first, bro. You decided you didn't want a condom. You decided you wanted to sleep with that harlot. And guess what? You liked her. So much so you put 10 million seeds up in her. Now you're trying to run away from court. So listen, man, I'm glad we have laws. I'm glad we have the court system to make sure people are accountable. Because like I said, women have been done dirty plenty of times.
It's not a court system, sir. It's not a court system.
My turn to talk.
Go ahead.
I'm joking.
Nah, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
But yeah, thank goodness for the courts, because yes, when it comes to niggas will lie, cheat, steal, finesse just to get out of doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? Like I be looking at some of my friends. I got one friend from Jamaica. Man, there's no child support over in Jamaica. Nigga, his father slept with his mom, had him, left, made a whole other family, and they live right across the block. They live right down the street, bro. And now he's grown up. I'm dealing with him. He's got emotional issues. In some situations, he kind of acts like a woman because he has no father. But guess what? I'm sure he wouldn't have struggled as much as he did in Jamaica if he had child support. Like, no, you got to take care of your child. Yes, you have to pay extra because you're rich and you got the bag. Well, guess what? Like I said, you're in the country of finesse. Therefore, you should understand that you're gonna get finesse. All right.
I'll be right back, fellas.
Yeah, you're good. Therefore, you got to understand that you're gonna get finesse. All right. So cough up. I would say $1 million is good enough to pay for your child and your baby moms. And if he decides he wants to have another family, that's cool. Now, for that constitutional thing, I get it. That is a point. Child support is not constitutional. But at the same time, if we're gonna go that route, then we gotta go against everything that's unconstitutional, even some of the laws, even some of the things that are quote unquote normalized, but illegal. Like, for example, paying a mortgage. You know, when you get a mortgage, you get a promissory note, which is saying that we're gonna use this as money to pay for this home, and then our dumbass goes to the bank or whoever they send it to and pays that mortgage and pay double what we're even supposed to be paying to begin with. So if we're gonna go the constitutional route, cool, but we got to fix other things before we fix child support. And child support is something we can control as opposed to everything else. But go ahead.
Let me say one thing. Wayne, let me say one thing.
Go ahead.
One thing. Chat, this is my new promise to myself for this new year. I'm no longer arguing with Kevin. I'm just going to state how full of shit he is. Nobody here came and said anything about not paying child support. He invented that argument so he could go off on his little rant.
That's correct.
Thank you, Wayne. I'm gonna shut up. You go right on ahead, Wayne.
No,
it's not your turn, Kevin. It's not your turn.
Again, I think the child support should be an option of the father, and I think it should be a cap. But but that was a horrible comparison when you talk about mortgage, because when you're talking about mortgages and you're talking about numbers, you can see the numbers. A person can break down to the last penny of what you're going to be paid with interest, et cetera, et cetera. If you got a 30-year mortgage with a 7% interest, they can break that down for dollar what you will be paying monthly in that mortgage. There's proof of it, correct? Child support Hold on.
What I'm saying is,
what are you saying?
With the mortgage, hold on. With the mortgage thing, when you go to like whatever company you go to get that mortgage, they give you something called a promissory note, which means that you promise to make a certain amount of payments per month, but that promissory note is already considered cash to where that the house is already paid for, if that makes sense.
But what's that got to do with the child support? Like, make that what I said about being unconstitutional.
Right. I'm saying if we're gonna go after things that are unconstitutional, then we got to go after the important things as opposed to child support, because child support is within your control.
Sir, the thing about child support is when you go in, it's not a court, even though it's set up like a court. It operates off of fabricated evidence, sir. Do you understand that? That's what makes it unconstitutional. It operates off of a woman going and saying, Kevin is a piece of shit. He ain't doing nothing for his children. No, I don't have proof, but he's guilty of it. And they automatically say you're guilty and you got to pay. Fabricated evidence. That's why there's no overseer of these people. There's no federal, again, there's no overseer of the judges, so-called quote unquote judges that are in these courts. It's not a court. That's why it's not a court. They say it's a court. People say child support court and all that stuff, but it's not a court. It's actually, you're actually getting sued by your baby mama, and she's going in there with fabricated evidence, and you pay. And when you sign up, exactly. So that's what make it unconstitutional, because it operates off of fabricated evidence. That's different from criminal court, civil court, et cetera, et cetera. You have to have irrefutable facts and evidence to be proven guilty. You don't need that in child support court, sir.
So, go ahead.
I don't disagree that it's unconstitutional. I just don't think it's the top of the totem pole when it comes to issues, because yeah, you're right. There's plenty of things that are unconstitutional. I'm sorry, that are not constitutional that we think is normalized. For example, paying income tax. Income tax is not constitutional. We're not supposed to be paying that, but we pay it anyways. Same with like registering your car to the DMV. The DMV is not a government entity. We just believe it is. Child support, like I said, I mean, you guys can feel the way you want to feel, but at the same time, there needs to be some type of aid and repercussions for the people just nutting in a chick and then just dipping out. And I'm glad that Trev brought up a example of a woman going through that, because it's, like I've always said, it's not only men who deal with child support, women deal with it too. It's just that women tend to I say 10, but it's just that with women, the majority of them don't have, I guess, high level. How can I say that? How can I say it? I don't want to get canceled.
What's your argument?
You can't say it because you lying.
Shicey saying the chords are fair. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think Shiesty is Shiesty like a troll, or what? Is that a real person? I don't know.
Of course.
I've been reading the comments. And I'm like, that's troll. She's trolling. Whoever that is.
Hey, hold up, wait, Wayne. Let me say this real quick, because MD did give me the thing. So I do want to read Title 18. It's on the screen. Probably can't see it too good, but Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 228, is a law that addresses failure to pay child support. It also prohibits people from fleeing the country to avoid paying their child support. So what does it cover? It covers failure to pay child support that's past due, traveling across state lines or internationally to avoid paying child support. So all this, I'm thinking he's saying this because you said that it was unconstitutional. What are the penalties? A misdemeanor for failing to pay child support that is past due for less than 2 years or less than 10 grand. A felony for failing to pay child support that is past due for more than 2 years or more than 10 grand. Fines and up to 6 months in prison for a misdemeanor conviction. Fines and up to 2 years in prison for a felony conviction. Restitution in the amount of so here's one. So who is responsible for child support enforcement? State and local authorities are usually responsible for child support enforcement. Federal authorities only get involved after all local and state efforts have been exhausted. So
there you go. There you go. They have no overseer. It's not a federal mandate. Unconstitutional, people.
MD, I want. Are you still there, MD? Because I know I had to run out for a little bit.
He's on the computer googling. He's trying to get me tied up, man. Come on, man. I know people who, man, bro. Trust me. This stuff is.
And see, that's what makes this so like tilted more in unfairness to men, because the courts so overwhelmingly give the kid to the woman. Now, I know Shiesty put a number and said 90% of men don't show up. I don't believe that.
That's crazy. 90%.
That's nuts. That's nuts. But I'm telling you, men show up and get told they can't get the custody. I know I showed up and they told me no at first, until I came up with some, I'm not going to put it out in the channel, but I came up with some grimy stuff that I still don't think my baby mama forgave me, but we ain't going to talk about that. But I came up with some stuff and some proofs that let it be known that I deserve my piece of custody, and I got my 50-50, so I'm good. But I don't think many people, especially men, know that they can do that. Women just say, you ever see the shows, the Maury's and all that? Oh, that's right, give me the paper. Yeah, I'm going to get you on child support. They just automatically assume that they going to get custody because that's the way it is. That's the way it's been in America. And that added to child support makes it unfair, because if it was fair and they would give support to men and custody to men and women, I promise you, women would have less kids. I promise you. Most of these women are having kids just to not have to work.
It's a silver suit.
And here's the funny part. Then they're gonna call us haters when we try to warn Travis Hunter. They're gonna call us haters when we try to warn these young athletes. They're gonna call us, and Kevin's gonna say, well, that's gonna be on him. He's gonna have to learn the hard way. You see, Jimmy Butler don't look happy about learning the hard way, does he? So that's why I'm out here trying to help the young brothers. Don't fall for the trap. Somebody warned me. They warned me when I was young, and I ain't fall for it. I ain't have my kids till I was older, and I had much more sense. And I'm not gonna talk about that. But I had a kid when I never got disillusioned by Pum Pum. Panani never took my eyes over, and I couldn't. Never,
stop
sir.
Capping on the ground,
never.
Bro. Stop.
Never. You ain't never seen me. You ain't never seen me disillusioned over no woman. Ever.
I read your book, nigga.
Yeah.
When are you gonna put it out?
Sir, being in love.
I read your book.
Right. Being in love and being disillusioned are two different things. The girl I was talking about, I still talk to her. We're still cool. She ain't got nothing from me.
Guys, whenever he puts out his book, read it, and you guys will understand everything. Cause
so you calling Mike? You calling shenanigans on Mike? So
say what I did. Don't hide it. Say what I did.
Well, now all right, now you hearing him say it, because how was I disillusioned? Because I'm not editing
everybody
out
knows
shit.
Mike is right. I stand on it. What I do that was disillusioned.
I don't have any examples right now, but
that's what I thought. And you ain't gonna never have no examples. Mike is
right.
I'm
gonna come back next show. I'm gonna come back next show with some examples.
I ain't got a lot of a neck, but you allowed to come at it. What's up?
So Cliff was one of the guys that spoke on the child support thing. So, and actually, y'all know Cliff did a show on my podcast. I gotta post that, where he literally broke down his child support story. It's one of the most fascinating stories you'll ever hear. He re-recorded it real low, so I had to re-record it later on when I got more technically savvy. But Shiesty bums, I'll say this. I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I'm very argumentative. My only issue is I would rather you come on the panel. But if you don't want to, that's fine. But to Manny B's point, because Manny keeps bringing this up, and this has to be said, but anybody who knows us enough knows what we're talking about, because all us got kids with exception to Kev. But we're not talking about not taking care of your kids. Nobody should have ever gave off that impression. So I do because Manny was like, you got to separate that, because you got people thinking that y'all saying this, but he knows that we're not saying that. So
people listen with their emotions too much, man.
Yeah, but to the people that think you're saying that, we're not saying don't take care of your kids. I mean, hell, you know the story about me and my daughter. That's another thing, but we're not saying that. What we're saying is this: when does it become too much? if a woman is, if all of a sudden, because that woman, I'm more upset with the woman, go figure. I'm more upset with the woman. I'm more upset with the woman because she's bitching and complaining about $5K a month, but men been getting hit with that jacket for centuries. And it's just like, oh, you shouldn't have had the baby, or oh, you shouldn't have did this. Choose better. But the minute it gets put on her, now it's like, oh, sis, yeah, you got to get that reducted. That's too, oh, bum ass nigga, he don't want to work. Whoa, wait a minute. So what happened to the woman that's not working? So she's saying that the kid getting $5K a month is too much. One kid don't deserve $5K a month. I got a 9-year-old daughter. We ain't spending that much money on my daughter. I mean, let's face it, let's call it what it is. And my daughter lives a good life. But $5K a month is excessive. But how come it's only excessive when it's the woman that has to pay the money versus the man? It's not excessive when Jimmy Butler has to pay $55K and you're like, oh yeah, he makes $50 million. Mike broke it down. No, you don't. When you make that much money, you go into a 50% tax bracket. Plus he got his agents. Plus he got all other crap he has to pay. And he's lucky he's in Florida because state tax would have took another percentage out of that. But
sir, you're skipping it. Not only do they got to pay the lawyers, every single state they play in, they have to pay the player tax. There's a tax that every state you play in, you have to pay a separate tax for the money you make in that state.
Crazy. That's
back
crazy.
to them.
Just give me my damn money, man. I'm tired of this crap, man.
It's nuts.
This whole tax thing is ridiculous. So let me see what. Wait, so Shicey Bum said, newsflash, kids get older and need more money. Not 5K worth, not 5K worth.
I'm with Shicey Bum.
Yeah, of course
you are.
Of course you are. So let me see. Manny B says, notice Kevin is quiet and not standing on business. He said there should be consequences for bum dudes busting in women and want to dip. Yeah, but oh, Manny, you've been gone for a while, but Kev is that dude. Kev, if you a man, the rules don't apply to women. So it's the men, you know you at fault. But when it's the women, it's always ebbs and flows out of it. Why would you pay the same amount over years? That's crazy. I listen.
They overcharge you in the beginning, and then they continually overcharge you on. No, there is no infant. I'm telling you, as a man who has raised more than 3 infants in their life, there is no way $5,000. You need $5,000, especially with the stuff they give you for free. Do you gentlemen know about WIC? You guys know about WIC? You know about the little place you walk in with the baby and they just give you milk and they give you cereal and you can use coupons with it and you can use deals.
Do they still have those?
Yeah,
I know they had when we were younger.
Yes. When I was raising my ex's oldest daughter, I was like, what the hell is WIC? I used to walk in the office like, what is, because I love to work nights and my girl was working mornings. So I'll go in there in the morning. I'm like, hey, what we doing here? It's me and a bunch of broke chicks that ain't got no man. And we all sitting there with our babies playing together. We walk up, they give you a little card. Hey, you take this to Publix and blah, 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 blah. I will go out and leave out of Publix with 6-7 bags. Bags of food, bags of juice, bags of stuff that's healthy for the baby. And they get that for the free. But the infant still needs $5,000? No, it don't. Especially if you're not working.
Well, what about inflation?
It don't matter. They don't give you money, Kevin. They give you things. It don't matter what the cost of milk is. They give you a gallon. You're not paying for the milk. You're getting the milk.
Foods are poison. You're bugging, bro.
See? Hey,
you see,
I want everybody to hear what Kevin just did.
You see what he just did?
You're bugging, bro.
I'm so glad I put everybody on. Everybody can see through now. Thank you.
So Mike, you know what's real funny? Mike and Wayne, I know Kevin won't agree with this, but if Jimmy Butler's making the 50 million, so they want 55K out of it a month. What happens if just say the Heat they come to grips, they have a kumbaya, and the Heat give him a max deal, which is going to give him over 60 a year. You know she's going to feel a million. Do you know she's going to feel entitled now that she should get a bump just because he got a bump?
Of course. Why do you think they didn't give what's the coach of the Heat?
Eric Spoelstra.
Remember they didn't give him the new contract till his divorce was finalized?
Yeah.
Yeah. They know how these women, I don't understand why people act like People love to act like this conversation is linear. It's not. It's not just child support. It's the bullshit around it. People are using child support to attack people. I saw a girl yesterday in real court, and the lawyer was like, ma'am, we've been told that you're not accepting his child support payments.
Yo,
And
go ahead.
she
I'm sorry, my
said,
bad.
because he didn't come give it to me in person. And they were like, what? She's like, he tried to sell it to me. That's the least he could do is to come in and to hand it to me in person. And bro, and I'm gonna tell you how not only was that the most moronic thing I ever heard, but all real men knew what she was trying to do. She's trying to not have a legal record of him paying her anything so they could do who was it? Was it Tristan Thomas? Who was it they did it to? Where he was paying child support to a girl out of his pocket, and then the week she was about to turn 18, she went and filed child support for all 18 years of back child support, even though he had been paying her, and she got it. Was that Tristan Thompson? Who was it? It was somebody in the NBA. And think how it's the vicious evil that the women use the system for. No man in his right. And Trevor says this thing that I think is beautiful. He says all the time that if a man is around me, he don't take care of his kids, he's not around me anymore. I respect the hell out of it. I actually use it. I tell chicks, hey, you know what I'm saying, the moderator I hang out with, he don't even let dudes around him that don't do their child support to take care of their kids. Because I respect it. No man in their right mind, heart, and soul thinks that they should not have a part to play in raising their child. No man thinks that. But it's becoming quite apparent to me that no woman thinks they should have to put any sweat equity into raising their kids. They should have to lay back like they did to receive that penis. Excuse me, to get that peen in their ween. Shout out to Kevin. That's still one of my favorite things I've ever heard. That's the funniest thing ever. I swear to God. Your peen in the ween is hilarious. But they feel like all they have to do is do that and get the check and then sit around and not. Here's the funny part. And they still don't even raise the kid right. You get all this money to sit at home and the kid still end up in jail. You get all this money, and you know what they do when that money start to run low? They go get pregnant by another dude. Now, if we were talking about, if this Jimmy Butler's ex was like taking the money and starting a business, or taking the money and having something have it in crypto, have it in the stock, I bet you Jimmy wouldn't have a problem with it. I bet you Jimmy would be like, yo, I like that. Yeah, make that money. But she's not. She's sitting around asking for more because she wants, and get ready, this is the comment of the day, y'all ready? She wants a life of leisure. That's what all these women want today. All these women believe that they sit on vagina ATMs and they shouldn't have to do anything because, hey, guess what? All women have vaginas. Ugly women have good coochie too. Your coochie ain't special. I know you thinking, yo, real talk. Women think they coochie special. Hey, I've never met a woman in my life. I've never met a woman in my life that said she had regular coochie. Every chick thinks she got the baddest coochie in the world. Every single chick from middle school on, every chick I've talked to about coochie said they sitting on fire. Oh, not this coochie. This that special coochie. This that platinum coochie. No, it ain't, boo-boo. That's regular 10. That's regular 10.
You're bugging, bro.
Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop? Hold on, hey, because MD got a comment. I want to read MD's comment, but Shicey, don't run nowhere because I'm gonna destroy that argument later because she says the majority of all people raised by single moms turn out just fine. That's absolutely not true. That's not true. I'm gonna destroy. Yeah, I heard Coach is definitely spell. I'm gonna destroy that later because that's gonna get into the crux of the show. Shout out to who knew somebody new just came in here, CT Flemings, and my Tiki key, something like that. I don't know, man. My eyesight going bad for me tonight. But so MD says it's not about what the child needs. That's a bad faith argument, man. It's about expendable income versus your expenses. The court determines the numbers through receipts. Wayne, what you? Because because I feel he going at you with that.
This is what I'm talking about with MD when I tell you that political shit don't work with me. He dancing in circles. The argument is this, MD. Why should I have to pay because she said so? Why do I gotta pay? You follow me?
Why not?
I wouldn't be, but why do I have to pay my Kev? Because she said so? Because she said I'm a bad father? Where's the proof? No fabricated evidence, MD. She can walk in there and sign a paper and say, MD is a horrible father. And I want to extract his money from him, his income from him. I want a certain percentage. And you get caught in there and you have to bring your taxes and your information and all your income from everywhere. And he said, okay, MD, you make more than her. So time sharing, blah, 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 blah. Calculated, you have to pay this. That's my argument. She decides to walk in there and say, you ain't you a POS, MD, and you got to pay. And guess what? You got to pay. Again, based off of what? Fabricated evidence. Nothing. She don't have to have no proof or nothing that you a POS or you ain't paying for this or you ain't taking care of your kids. That's my point. That's my argument. This is what they don't understand about black men, bro. Like, it's just like, yo, get like, it's these emotional arguments, man. It's like, yo, somebody can literally go and sue you and have this, because that's what it is. Your baby mama is suing you. And it's because she's in her head, you're not doing what you're supposed to. So I don't go for the low-hanging fruit arguments like Kev does, talking about a guy who doesn't want to take care of his children. That's low-hanging arguments. I'm talking about a man who loves his child, wants to take care of his child, and because if I'm doing A, B, and C, mom thinks I should be doing D, E, F. And I'm like, well, no, I'm doing all this and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. She could still walk into court and say, he's not doing enough or doing what I think he should be doing. And the judge said, well, you got to do this, thus, and so. That's my point. Who stops that? What kind of, where's the defense to that? There's no defense to that. That's my argument. The court, that so-called quote-unquote office that's dressed up like a court, that judge up there, he is not a judge, but he's dressed as a judge, leans towards the woman and say, okay, she said you ain't doing this, you gotta pay. That there's no other court system in this country that operates like that. Criminal court doesn't operate like that. You can't, if you commit a crime, they have to have proof of evidence that you committed that crime. Civil court, you have to have documentation proving your lawsuit. Child support does not operate like that. Why do black men don't understand that and don't care about fighting that? It's ridiculous to me.
Kev, go and put a bow on this. Well, so go and put a bow on this, Kev. But real quick, I just want to say this to Shicey. I love to have a conversation with you, man. So she's saying, but the overwhelming majority turn out fine. We're talking about single mothers. So I do it this way. You look at the prison system.
Hold on,
Wayne. I gotta get her, man. I gotta get, because someone asked me this today. How come I only why did I specifically in the title put black men and black women? Because first of all, that's what I target first. Moreover, because they're the majority audience for what we do, but that's why. But if you look at the black men and women in prison, and take statistics of them, who raised them, I bet you more than less were raised by a single mom. I bet you that. So go ahead, Wayne. Say what you're gonna say, and then Kev, put a bow on it.
So this is my thing with when it comes to MD and his argument, and this is what I talk about with black men, how they lay on their backs. This is going to be one of my things this year. Black men need to get off their knees, bro. Okay, so again, it's these low-hanging fruits. He talked about custodial responsibility. Okay, again, you have Father A. I'm talking about a responsible man before the child support, right? I'm giving you scenarios because there are plenty of these scenarios. Father A, who was in a relationship with Mother A, they had a child together. He's a responsible guy. He say, hey, we're gonna do this with the child. We're gonna go here. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. Financially, spending time, going to events, everything. Are you listening, MD? And he gets into a relationship with the woman. And Mom A is jealous of the woman. and she's upset, she's jealous. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and put him on child support. Now he's on probation, this quote unquote, this fabricated probation, because that's what it is. You're on probation until the child turns 18, to the time you're on child support. Outside of taking a piss test, you're basically on probation, because if these people chase you, if you don't pay this bill, these people come after your taxes, these people come after your credit. Oh, by the way, MD, if it's child support is counted as a credit. So what does that mean? If you go and buy a house, they count that as income. Right? So remember, getting a house is not always about your credit. It's about debt to ratio income, right? So if you're paying $1,200 a month in child support, you know what the bank's going to do? They're going to look at that and say, well, shoot, you got car note, you got this and that. Oh, you got $1,200 in child support a month. We got to count that in and say, well, how you going to pay for this house? See, y'all black men, y'all don't look at stuff like that when it comes to child support. That child support can stop you from buying your home because your debt to ratio income goes up. This is what I'm saying. Black men need to get off their knees about this with these women and all this child support stuff, because they don't even understand how deep this stuff go. The woman, you doing everything, and she can go down there and put you on this probation and put you on these papers, because she's emotional and she's mad. That's the point. I was going back to what I say. It's off of fabricated evidence. It's not real. And you can be convicted of something, and you gotta pay. That's what I'm talking about with black men, man. Black men gotta get off their knees, bro. That's it. I land.
Wayne, I mean, I'm talking about Wayne. Kev, gonna put. Mike, don't even answer, Mike. I hate the emotional. I hate the emotional comment, man.
You know, nobody hates it more than me.
They always go to the emotions, man. I hate that. Like that's low hanging fruit if you ever talk about it. You know what the problem is? Y'all so used to y'all controlling the narrative. Y'all so used to having all the conversations in the nail salon and doing this and being able to talk bad about us. That's what we about to get into the crux of the show. And we never had a voice to push back. Now that we got a voice to push back, y'all can't take it. Y'all think it's us getting emotional. No, it's what we always felt. Y'all just never wanted to listen. So that's the problem. The emotional stuff shit doesn't work with us. It don't work with me. Kev, go put a bow on this so I can move on.
It's the 3 B's. Remember the 3 B's, gentlemen. Bitch, baby, and boss. Don't fall for it. I laugh at them when they make fun of me. He's emotional. That's why when the conversation's done, I go eat cereal, right? Because I'm emotional. I'm so heartbroken. Hey, get out of here. Go ahead, Kev.
All I gotta say is this is exactly how I feel. Every time I make a good ass argument, y'all want to come here and be like, oh, low hanging fruit. Oh, he's being emotional. Oh, he's putting it on the men. Listen, man. You guys are making complaints. I'm coming up with solutions, bro. Like, yes, child support is crazy with the payments. At the same time, we need a solution, right? So the government says we don't want to keep paying people for what Mike said, WIC. We don't want to keep paying people for food stamps and government housing and this and that. What's the solution for niggas just busting in a chick and then dipping out? Child support. And if you guys have a better solution, listen, I'm all ears for it.
I have one.
Hold on. My turn. I'm all ears for it. At the same time, we got to make it to where, listen, you're messing around with bums. Okay. If you don't want to be on child support, stop messing around with bums.
Do you think that
come on. This dude in that video that we gave where the chick is paying $5,000 a month, clearly she's making more money than him. That means he found a boss to have a baby with, and if he can't take care of the kid, he can put her on child support. All the dudes that mess around with who have millions of dollars that mess around with thoughts that come to the court side of the game, if you put a baby in her and you have to pay child support, whose fault is that? That's your fault at the end of the day. Yes, you're gonna say, it's not fair that you have to pay millions of dollars for someone who doesn't want to do anything. At the same time, that's the solution. We need to make sure the government standpoint is we need to make sure people take care of their kids. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a law.
But child support doesn't mean that you don't take care of your children, bro. Like, we got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing
what it means.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That is not what it means. What are you talking about? Men walk in and
Oh.
put themselves on child support all the time. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the bums. You guys are talking about good.
No, you're talking about as if
I'm
all
talking
men
about
are
bums.
bums. That's what you're
Yeah,
doing. You're
So
trying to
Kev,
equate all men as
Kev,
being
why did
bums.
you go to bums though? Why didn't you just go to regular guys?
Because he has
I don't
no
have to go to regular.
argument
Because he
for
sees
it.
all men as
Hold on.
bums.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
I make my point?
He
Can I make
thinks
my
No.
point?
because you're on child
I'll get an
support, you're a
emotional on this.
bum. You're
Stressing me out.
that was a good one. That
was funny.
That was funny. Yes, I agree.
Okay, let me make this point before I
CT
go.
Fleming said child support could be used as a tool if you understand the system. Hey man, it's 30 of y'all watching. Hit the damn like button. Stop playing around. You can hit the dislike button if you want to. Just hit the damn button.
Thank you, CT.
No, you
Thank
can't
you.
hit the dislike button. Hit the like
Shout
button.
out to CT. I appreciate that. Now, MD, how you don't get that, MD? Thank you, CT. I appreciate that.
Okay, so the reason I keep mentioning bums is because when it comes to laws are made for people who don't have respect for other people. Okay. So yes, you have the average citizen like us who pay taxes, we go to work, we pay our bills and this and that. Then you have people who just don't care about that. They want to rob people, they want to steal, they want to finesse, they want to have multiple kids and don't take care of them. So when it comes to laws, like for example, cyberbullying, at one point there was no such thing called cyberbullying until bullies decided they wanted to bully people online to where like kids would be like, okay, I can't take this no more, and then self-delete. So okay, the government said, okay, problem solution. We need to make a law to where, okay, if you're cyberbullying, you need to get punished for it. It's the same thing.
Okay, so let me ask you a question,
Bombs,
Kev.
they need a
Okay, fair enough.
Go
Fair enough. What's the solution for women who give up their children? What's the solution to stop that? Because I just dropped the story where a lady dropped a baby off to the fire station.
Well, so far as birth control, other than that, I don't know.
And no penalties, but no penalties, correct?
For what? Abortions?
Abortions, giving your child up for adoption, abandoning your child, leaving the child with the grandmother or the grandfather.
Throwing the child in the trash.
I think there should be consequences. Yeah.
Okay, because women don't have that in this country. Women are not forced to take care of their children like men are forced to take care of their children. So
sure,
where's your
law? Go ahead.
Where's the solution?
I have no idea, but I'm assuming it's not that big of a problem if there's no law with it.
Oh, okay. Well, wow. You know how many babies get aborted a year? How many babies get abused by women?
Oh damn, you're Borgen.
Women
Wayne,
are
you're
the most
Borgen.
abused creatures. You got me on my back.
You good now?
Yeah.
Shoot, y'all got it. Nah, we can wrap this up. Go ahead.
Okay, so MD says they don't want any checks and balances under the law. That's the libertarian pseudo anarchy I used to follow until I was given the tablets on the mount by the political guy. You must follow me, MD. I need you to respond to that video that Venkat put in the chat. I want you to specifically respond to the Asian part. I'm very curious to hear what you got to say. So, all right. So, let's. I mean, I knew this was going to take longer than I thought, but it's all good. So let's move on to the namesake of the show. And you know, when I title these shows, a lot of times it'd be something I'd be thinking about at the time, and then something else may come up. But I do want to get into this, and we'll wrap this up. There's this video I saw on Instagram, which was very interesting. So I'm going to play this video. Then I'm going to play a clip that was just sent to me today before we started the show. That's why I started so late, because for some reason I couldn't load it in the studio. I've been having a lot of problems lately with this damn StreamYard studio. But hey, Kev, Mike, while y'all at it, drop the link to your channel in the chat, man. We got to make sure them guys get their subscribers up, you know, and y'all support the channel. Let me see what I'm doing here. Oh, hold on, Jackie dropped something. Let me see. Yes, a black man and black women can reunite if they're willing to put in the work. It's not easy. It's hard work. Both parties got to be willing to work. So let me ask you guys a question before I even get into this. because this is the reason why I even came over to YouTube, was because of this argument. Because I believe there's a divide in the black community between the man and woman. So first of all, let's see where we fall in that spectrum. Wayne, do you believe that there's a divide in the black community between men and women?
Absolutely.
Mike, do you believe there's a divide in the black community between men and women?
Most definitely.
Kev, do you believe there's a divide in the black community between men and women?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's get let's get this up. So this is an old video. This is from the 70s, but this is because I want you to know that this thinking didn't just start happening. So let's look at this, and then I'm gonna play one more thing, and then I'm gonna play the voicemail, and then we're gonna get into it.
As a reporter for the Chicago Daily Defender, and as a black woman married to a black man, I become deeply aware of the effects of this new black revolution on the relationship between black man and black woman. I see it among my own friends, and I also see it in my home. But the most revealing and the most vocal statements about what the new black man expects from the new black woman came when I met with a group of young unmarried friends one Saturday afternoon.
I think that what's happening in America as far as black men, black women is concerned is that there's a revolution within a revolution. We are fighting our own woman. Our woman will not allow us to emerge as black men. No. But our black women, who has been put in this role of aiding white America, white structure, and castrating the black male, has continued doing this. She cannot live with us. It's not that we can't live with her.
Are you blaming us? Are you saying that it's our fault that this happened?
No, I'm not blaming black America women. I just said that I'm blaming the system. They are victims of the system like the black male.
Well, why do you say that we are castrated?
All right, only because I want Mike to, because I think Mike is the only one who caught what just happened there. Mike, what do you think about that video there? So this a guy being very rational, just giving his views and his opinions. And what was the first thing she said in defense?
I'm sorry, I wasn't watching.
Oh, damn!
I'm over here trying to have a debate with Shiesty.
Oh man,
hey, listen,
nigga, you're on the show.
I know you're on the damn show. You just get out the damn chat.
I can't turn down a debate. How long have you known me?
Shiesty, Kev is Haitian. Wayne, what do you think about what it? Oh, CCT got it. I thought Mike was gonna be the one to say it because he always catch things like that.
Hey.
CT got it. She tried to be the victim right off the bat. Wayne, what do you think about that video?
Well, first of all, I dropped this video in the chat, in our chat. I want to say sometime last year. I don't know if y'all remember it.
Okay,
but
I saw this before.
Yeah, I dropped this same video. And see, this was my thing. And me and MD gonna get this debate this year, man. We're gonna get it put going. But you know, when me and MD was going back and forth before, he was saying that this was some type of new manosphere argument, guys crying and stirring it up. I was like, no, this argument was going on way back in the 70s. Again, in the feminist movement, a little bit before then, and definitely after that, but majority after that. But I dropped this video, this same exact video. But yeah. I mean, again, we talking about the feminist movement back in the mid 60s. Is when you had all this stuff going on, and what black women did was they took on the side of what white women were saying, but white women wasn't leaving their men. They just wanted a piece of the pie. Black women said, "Well, screw our men," and this is what this guy is talking about.
So Wayne, because I do remember now, you told me a story one time when me and you used to debate on the black woman is God thing. Where you was like, hey, if we give you this, this, and this, only thing you got to do is this. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember the conversation. Yeah.
All right. But do you remember the exact verbiage that you used to me though? You painted a bunch of different scenarios and said, well, like, do you want a better paying job or do you want this? We'll give you all this, but all you got to do is turn your back on the black man. Something like that.
Yeah. So what it was it was this story. I forgot I think she was an author, It was a
Oh,
she.
one
It was a
second.
she
One
said.
second. Shout out to Juanis Israel. Listen, hey Juanis. So I saw your emails, but bro, I've been so busy at work. So what I'm gonna do, I'll be reaching out to you soon. I'm gonna start all the Bible stuff back up in February. So I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I'm super busy at work, man. I'm overloaded. This show was supposed to happen last night, so I'm overloaded. So I did see your email though. All right, go ahead, Wayne.
So it was this author of the book. I forgot her book. I was reading the book, and in it, she put it like this. She put the whole feminist movement and the way this whole thing started. She put it like this. She's like, let's say you got a black woman and a black man in jail, and they've been locked up, okay, by the white warden. The white warden goes to the black woman and says, "I'll give you everything that you need to take care of your children, to take care of yourself, if you give me and I'll put you ahead of your man, if you give me everything that I need to keep him here." And when I read that, that just blew my mind. You know what I mean? And again, here's the proof that they took that deal. I mean, again, this argument is ways back in the 70s and the 60s. So this was and again I dropped that video to respond to MD because MD again going at the black manosphere and red pill and all that, and Kevin Samuels thinking that, oh, this is something that just started when podcasts started and men just starting to cry and I how people just talk. But again, what MD, what's your response to this video?
And this is from the 70s. So
70s.
So y'all know me. You listen to me more than 10 minutes. You know I like to romanticize. I was born in the 80s, but I like to romanticize how things were so much better back then. No, here you go 50 years ago, they're still having the same exact conversation. So Kev, I know this was way before your time, but just before we move on to the next video, because Mike want to argue in the chat, what do you think about just that part, seeing that this, and there's another video, I forget the name of it. It's like an hour-long video where this reporter went into the black community and he interviewed all these different women and men, and it was gross once you hear what these women were saying, like how they didn't need a man and they'd rather their career.
Oh, that was me. I posted that in the 80s, right?
Okay. So I know I be seeing these things, man,
Yeah.
but I get so much stuff, man. It's crazy. So Kev, what do you think about this video? And this all goes to the divide because this is where it stemmed from.
Yeah, I think that video is in the 80s, but yeah, I've seen that video before. I'm not too sure about my black history or not about all of it. All I know is when it came to the 80s, the CIA dropped crack in the neighborhood and men started doing crack, and then pretty much it turned into a whole epidemic to where people are selling their kids and destroying their neighborhoods because of drugs and whatnot. So now when it comes to the problems back then, I can't say we can relate because they had to deal with just getting off of segregation and dealing with not being able to trust your own people in your own community. Can't even trust other black people. I mean, so when it comes to women like taking that deal, if that's a true story, I believe it, and I don't blame them for their actions because I'm sure a lot of the men in their community weren't taking care of the job, so they felt like the government is going to be their solution to like help them with their problem. So yeah, you can say that stems from how do I say this? You can say that is causing a divide, but at the same time, like when it comes to relationships and just like life in general, like your life is a reflection of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're the type of person who is attracting people who are doing bad to you, that just means like there's something going on in yourself that is attracting those people. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're someone who is like let's say you're overly sexed, like you love like sex, you love looking at porn all day and stuff like that, and then you attract a thought that doesn't leave any room to complain. That just means there's something going on with you that says, okay, I love these type of people, and for some reason I can't get away from those people. So yeah, I don't like I said, I don't blame women for this. I feel like they have for that specific video, I don't blame them for doing what they did. I blame the people around them that caused the issues to happen.
So just so we clear, just so we clear, when the man was in the house taking care of business, being James Evans, basically working for pennies, taking care of 3 kids, making sure everybody survived. Government, Lyndon B. Johnson, to be precise, comes by with welfare, and the only caveat is you got to put the man out of the house. And the woman looks at the hardworking man and says, "You got to get the hell out of here because the government's my daddy now." And Kev says that's okay. Am I misquoting you?
You're misquoting me, yes.
Okay.
Because you're implying that you understand what was going on back then.
So are you, nigga.
If there was,
you are too, Kev. I'm closer to the 70s than you were.
Okay, what does that mean? I got the internet. But anyways.
Well, you don't believe. Nah, I ain't gonna put your business out there like that.
I'm messing around, but in
Kev
general,
got McDonald's Wi-Fi. He ain't got the real internet.
But in general, you know, we're not too different from our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a man, just like my dad was a man, just like my grandpa was a man who was attracted to women. And I know when a woman like loves you, like she really is about you, like she'll take you for rich or for poor. And you know, there's nothing that can separate you. Like,
I don't agree with that anymore.
Anyways, and
so hold up, Mike, let me read this real quick because I gotta go get my daughter's food ready. So you have to take over for a little bit, but I do have 2 more things, but I want to read this from Ricardo because Ricardo, the voicemail that I have speaks exactly to this. The black man being
let me finish my point.
Hold on. The black man being the head of the nuclear family took a turn when women started taking welfare. Okay, so we gonna get to that. CT says Lyndon B. Johnson was a big poison to the black community. CT, you'll fit in. You'll fit in well over here. The system was made by the white man. I think Margaret Sanger probably has something to do with this too. But Mike, go ahead, man. I gotta go get my daughter's food. See, Shiesty Bum. I gotta go take care of my daughter because my wife's not here. So let me go take care of my daughter. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, Kev.
That's hilarious. But okay, so what I was saying is, I'll summarize it. But pretty much what I'm getting at is that if there's like real love in that household, in that situation, there's like nothing that's going to get in the way to separate you. Like if even at the lowest degree, like you see like women who love these street dudes even when they're in jail. Like if there's that real love, then I don't see like child support getting in the way. Not saying that they won't take it, but I could see a scenario where they take the child support, but also still are in communication with that man. So that's where I'm getting at.
Once again, you're inventing situations. You're inventing that you're inventing that a woman loves you. That means she would never do any. No, that's not how it works. There's plenty of women who've been madly in love with someone and stabbed that man in the back. There's plenty of women who've been madly in love and chose a better deal. I know a girl in my family that was madly in love with a dude, but chose a dude with a bigger bag. Shoot. I do want to say this, but I don't want to say it with Shiesty in the room. I ain't gonna say it. But women being madly in love, they can compartmentalize, sir. They can. They do. So don't give me that, oh, if she's really in love with you, she'll put in her all and everything. No. Those same women that we were talking about in the welfare era, they were madly in love with their men. They just thought they had a better deal and they had a better come up. So they chose it. Just read a story the other day about a guy who got a $350,000 job. That was going to be his pay. And he was like, but I've been with this girl for a year. I want to make sure she don't like whatever. So he did the little lottery test on her. You heard the little lottery test where you get like a fake winning lottery scratch off? So he was like, he had some and then she scratched one off and it said that, she won $2 million. So he's asking her like, hey, baby, how'd it do? She's like, nah, I didn't win. This chick started texting her sister saying, oh, I won. I'm about to get rid of this nigga. I'm gonna go, but I gotta stay here because I don't have no money. So as soon as I can get a ticket, left him, went and got a ticket up to New York, got with her sister on the flight, texted homeboy and said, yeah, this ain't really working. I wish you all the best in life. You're a good dude. Don't think this means I don't love you, blah, blah, blah. But when she had a bigger bag and a bag that she can control without being told what to do, she ran to it. That's what it is. Women, matter of fact, I can do it even better. Women of today and probably of yesteryear, They want the money and they want the leadership, but they don't want the leadership when it comes with consequences. They want to lead without consequences. That's what they want. They want to have the money. They want to blow it how they want to blow it. They want to spend it how they want to spend it. But when the stuff happens, when bad stuff happens, they want to be able to run to a dude and go, hey, replenish my bag. That's what they do today. And that's the problem. I promise you, if women were telling men, hey, you a bum, I'm gonna handle this myself, I don't need nothing from you, blah, blah, blah. And then they were doing it, I promise you good men would be on their side. I promise you we would have already set something up like, yo, these are the women we need to get in our lives. But that's not what it is. When women get rid of their men, they don't go up. They don't make better decisions on their own. They make horrible decisions, which is why most of the messed up people in the world come from single mother households. They do stuff out of spite, i.e. the woman who sat in court and wouldn't take the money from the guy because I don't feel like he's doing enough. He could at least come over and give me the money in my hand. Like, that's madness. That's not logical. That's stupid. But it's petty, and that's where most of these women live. Now, once again, I'm not saying men aren't a problem. There are some bummy ass dudes out there. There are. I can admit it. We know them. We've seen them. But let's not. My problem with you is you love to act like those men can exist, but the piece of crap women can't. That's my problem with you. Wayne, what you got?
Black women, I mean, this stuff is documented. Um, but a lot of black women are disgusted that they don't have the life that white women have. Period. That's it. A lot of them are just uncomfortable with that. Um, Also, I think like Kev don't understand. I mean, and like I say, this is just history stuff, man. You know, during the time when they dropped all that drug and stuff in the neighborhoods, man, majority of people that was on drug were the women. Majority of the people that was on drug were the women.
Facts.
And they would go and party with the pimps who had the dope and leave the working men, and they will go party with the pimps and have babies by the pimps. That's where you get a lot of these women with these kids ain't got no fathers and all that stuff. I mean, bro, go watch their president movie, bro. The guy with what's her name came home from the war, got a job at the meat store, but guess what? It wasn't enough. She was fucking a pimp
She was
when he
fine
was
too.
gone. She was fine and had his baby married to him and everything, and she was sleeping with the pimp. And what he said, he pulled that money out. He said, "This is what it is. This is what it's about." So I mean, that was real life. And again, that movie was written and directed by who? Two black men. There it is. So I mean, it's just, I mean, that was I mean, I just, got to go and read your history, Kev, a little bit on that. And again, man, I agree with Mike. You associate, you know, bums as men only. Women can't be bums and POS. That's crazy to me. But you know, that's all I got to say about that, man.
Kevin, your rebut?
I already said women are bums. Well, women can be bums too, man. But I get it. I say a lot, so it's kind of getting confused. But I mean, okay, yeah, I got to read up on my history. At the same time, we're in a lucky period because we got the internet. So because we have the internet, we're able to learn from our mistakes, from the mistakes of our ancestors, and yeah, we're in control now. So yeah, we can go to therapy when we have these emotional issues. We don't have to go to drugs to deal with our family trauma and stuff like that. So to say, yeah, to say there's like a issue with black women and men, I think it's just an internet narrative. I mean, it gets a lot of clicks, but no, the issue isn't black women. The issue isn't men. The issue is the people individually who want to think negative and don't want to do anything to get out of that negativity. Because you can complain all day about your problems, like listen to your coworker complain about her boss all day and stuff like that. At the same time, it's like the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep staying here and complaining, or are you going to get a new job? Are you going to complain about your boyfriend, or are you going to go get a new man? You're going to keep complaining about your girlfriend, you're going to get a new man. Are you going to keep hiding the fact that you want to be poly, or are you going to stay in this dry relationship? Like that's the thing. Like I don't think there's a issue with black men and women. It's just a individual problem.
So let me push back on that, right? So the thing is with that is like we can't ignore culture. So, and I think that's what Kev is missing is that like we can't ignore culture. And what do I mean by that? The teaching of culture within the black community, right? You can't tell. I mean, you're gonna have a divide if you're gonna tell boys that your responsibility is the obligation of a woman. Okay, is to grow up, be successful, so you can take care of a woman and her and your and y'all kids as a family, and then you're telling a woman that you don't need a man. Go and get your own. Go and get your own education, so you don't need a man. You can't do that. In no other culture, it works like that. So if you're raising, if there's a time where you're raising children differently and have different morals and values like again telling men or boys to give up their dreams and hopes to go out and get a job and get a woman so you can take care of family, and you're telling the girl something different, of course you're going to eventually have a division amongst people. And we can't ignore that in our culture. It's all in the rap music. Women say it all the time. I was raised that I don't need no man, not to depend on no man, depend on myself, get my own money. And what they tell boys, how many times you hear somebody tell a black boy, hey man, be independent, take care of yourself, do for yourself, and be the best that you can be. No, they say, hey man, you want to work hard, get a job, because hey man, ain't no woman gonna want you if you ain't got no job, if you can't pay no bills, and this and that, you need a job to get a woman. Everything had to do with when you are raising a black boy, where it's go to TV, music, it's all about, hey, get better so you can serve. You're telling girls to get better to serve yourself. Men, get better so you can serve someone else. So of course you're gonna have a division eventually.
And see, that's the problem. I don't think women understand it, right? Men, not only are we trained, brought up, and reared that our life is tied to providing for others, right?
Yes, facts.
But it's the disrespect to that narrative that causes the biggest schism in the divide, because we accept it. Men accept that that's our lot in life, even though I don't think we all should.
Facts.
I don't think we all should. I think
Yep.
some of us should be like, man, bump these heifers. I'll get coochie on my own and do my own. And people do that. They call dogs and players. They live
Yep.
that life. Cool. But the majority of men accept that their lot in life is to provide and die,
Facts.
giving their all for somebody else.
You
And they
don't have the badge of a man. You don't have the badge of a man unless you are obligated or unless you're taking care of a woman and her children. You don't have the badge of a man in this culture.
And the
You're not a
problem
man.
is women used to respect that.
Yes,
Women
correct.
used to go, hey, you shut up. Daddy's sleeping. He got to go to work. Hey, don't you touch that big piece of chicken. Hey, daddy need quiet. Daddy's trying to relax. He just got home. They used to respect that. They don't anymore. And let's keep it a buck. They used to respect it for the other man, the stepdad. They used to respect him too. When they cut all the respect off, that's when these talking points became a thing. When it became stupid to be a stepdaddy.
Yep.
It became stupid to lock yourself to a woman who can't be happy. A person in the chat said, oh, they're hating on women for wanting a better life. No, women don't want a better life anymore. Women want the life. They want to live like Cardi B. They think they all deserve to be Beyonce. They don't want a better life. If a better life was all you wanted, you would still be messing with the man that make 50 grand. Because you and him together make a better life. They don't want a better life. They want everything. And you cannot have it. And if you tell a chick nowadays that you can't have everything, you know what they say? You ain't talking to me. I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get everything. I don't care. You dusty. That's why you can't get everything. They really think this. And you can say it's the internet thing. It's not, because I, unlike the rest of y'all, and I ain't calling no names, I do this every day for no reason. If a girl wants to talk to me, she knows we gotta argue and debate. If a dude want to say, hey, what's up, what up? We arguing and debating. Kevin and I have a podcast.
Lord.
Before we start the podcast, me and Kevin are arguing and debating. If I go get a Chick-fil-A, I'm arguing and debating with them, and they don't even want to argue.
You got to put him on 2x speed.
Facts. Hey, they call me 2 times in the group because they know I'm a go. I do this all day. I was giving blood about a year ago, and I saw while I was on the podcast. Y'all remember that? And when we got off the podcast, I started arguing, debating with the people that took my blood and won, because I always win. I debate. I'm telling you, this ain't no internet thing. This is life. Men are feeling like their respect from women doesn't exist, and women are showing that it doesn't. So now when men are making another move, they're making a move to make themselves feel better. They're making a move to say, cool, you don't respect me, bump you. I'm going to do what I want to do. When they make that move, now women are like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're supposed to live your life and die for me. Let me take your money, divorce you, and then play with the rest of my life. Who the hell told you that you could just keep your money and do what you want to do? That's what the problem is, because women don't see men as a partner. They see men as a come up.
Look at Soldier, man, what he just said, man.
And I'm done.
That's so profound right there, bro.
I gotta get to some of these comments, man. Shout out to Nikisha Clark. Wanda says no such thing as an independent woman. There was somebody else new who came in here. Trends 5, peace to you. So let me do say this though. Just y'all let Shiesty live, man, because y'all know how I feel. You can say whatever you want in this chat. I don't care, as long as you're not talking about me. It's fine. Like, or saying nothing personal about anybody else. You can say whatever you want. I just want you to come up here and defend it. But so Soldier says,
I agree.
To this day I struggle to do for myself, but it's easy to do for my family. So y'all know, or especially around the holidays, I always like to get deep and always, talk about suffering in silence and things like that. Y'all don't know the struggle that men face, like literally. And, you call us soft and you call us weak. You call us all type of names, but then you wonder why when you ask us what's wrong with us, we don't say nothing, because you use our weakness against us. But I will say this before I move on to the next slide. We appreciate with age. So just remember that. The older we get, our best years are ahead of us. So just remember that. And take it however you want to take it. Because nobody. All right, I'm not gonna say that part. I know I said I'm gonna we barbershop talking, but I ain't gonna go that far. I ain't gonna say that part. Hold on. So Nikisha says black men need a safe space to grow and live. It's not just a man. It's not just a man. It's a union. There will never be a man without woman. We make life and we build life together. So I agree. We need each other. That's the problem. I don't think y'all, and when I say y'all, I'm not talking about you, obviously. I don't think y'all think that y'all need us. That's the problem. That's why I asked this question on the show. I think you guys think that you're perfectly content with not having us until you need protection. And then when we're not around to protect you, you're like, oh man, you see, you never was there. But I'm like, you never looked at all the times that you pushed us away. So, it's a broad spectrum and everything. But I do appreciate you coming through, man. All newcomers, man, just welcome. So I do want to get into this. Hey, Soldier, I said this year the gloves is coming off. I don't give a damn about nothing. Okay, I'll say it. Nobody wants a guy. If I'm a 50-year-old man with 4 kids, I'm probably still going to be able to have my pickings of prime real estate. It doesn't work the other way. Now I'll just leave it at that. So just be careful who you step on now. So let me get
the thing in life is to watch women have to realize that in real time. Shout out to Lisa Ray, shout out to Vivica Fox. There is nothing better than to watch that. I can't find a man on my level. Boo boo. Your level don't exist, boo boo.
y'all think that Wayne and Mike are the hey, let me ask y'all on the panel. These slides aren't distracting to y'all, are they?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure if y'all needed me to add anything else, just let me know. Because I kind of
I'm
like.
mad Wayne ain't give me a shot. I want my fruit in the shot.
I like to
What's
change
that?
it.
What's that now?
Nah, the Long Island iced tea. They dropping the fruit in there.
Oh, I can't see.
Yeah.
I can't see the chat. I can't see.
Oh, because you probably on the phone. Yeah. Juanis
Y'all pay
says
attention to the chat.
typical. No, it's on the screen. Juanis is saying typical men age like wine. Yeah, we do. And men now, we're learning our worth. We for years we never like Zay saying, like you just work yourself to the bone, and Wayne is big on this because we inside baseball, I have groups. So every show we do, there's a different group that we discuss things and blah blah blah. And Wayne always says, hey fellas, take care of yourself, fellas, go get your pedicure, fellas, go do this, fellas, go do that, fellas. He's shout out to Bones in the building. He's big on that. Because there was a time where we was just like, nah, as long as the woman got it, we okay. Our big toe could fall off and you know this and that. You know what I'm saying? So bro, we matter. Y'all talk about Black Lives Matter. Men matter too. I mean, because yeah, women carry seed, but we give it. You can't have one without the other. So you know, it comes time to kind of reciprocate that. You know, that respect and understand that, you know, we carry a lot on our plates too, because it doesn't matter what you do for a living. I'm pretty sure what you're doing on a daily basis is not equivalent to what we're doing. And you could take that how you want it, and you could be like, oh my God, you just, I delivered 10 babies a day and this and that and this and that. Nobody got to struggle like a black man, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Nobody, because here go the deal. And this is name saver of the show. Not only do we get it from the person we work for, not only do we get it from the cops, not only do we get it from random people on the street. All that would be okay if we could come home and find some goddamn peace in the house. But we come home and catch hell from y'all tankhead assholes. You hear what I'm saying?
He's trying to be the sixth member. I see what you're doing.
No, I'm trying to hey, Mike, now you know, I mean, Mike, you know the stuff that me and you talk about that can't get out on the air, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man, like you gotta be our peace, man. You just you would get whatever you want in life if you just be our peace.
Facts.
Just
and
be
we
our
so easy.
Stop talking all the time. I said it in the opening video. Just stop talking. Stop talking and listen. Be led. Be led. And speaking of being led, hold on, because Shiesty. So it's one thing for me to say it and you not agree with me. So let me see if you agree when a woman says it. So here we go. Here we go. Let's see if you agree when a woman says it. And we cooking tonight, man. We cooking. We got time. We got time. We got two more to go. Let me bring this up. Because when I saw this, I don't know who sent me this, but I thought this was fantastic. Let me know when it's up.
Shout out to Nikki. I like that comment.
It's statistically a fact. Single mothers, we produce the worst product, right? Part of that, when we talk about males, especially black males, we don't realize that we're programmed, because if you don't understand history, you won't realize that, like, it starts with the female. Even when we were slaves, the idea is if you program the mind of the female slave, she will raise the offspring to continue your agenda without you having to be physically involved. She will teach her children to abide, because we're the first givers of life and care when kids are small. So we train them up to be good slaves, follow these particular rules. We indoctrinate and create certain philosophies in their mind. So by the time they're big and strong, they still following behind the same agenda that was placed into us. So when you look at males that come from single mother-headed households, if you don't get around positive male role models, you have the emotional management skills of a woman.
Break that down.
So if all of your upbringing, 17, 18 years, you've only seen a woman head the household. You've only seen how a woman problem solves. You only seen how a female, i.e. your mother, handles things. You've only seen how she deals with anger, guilt, shame, different feelings. You're only watching it from her. Now, she ain't telling you act like me, but she telling you act like me because this is programming. This is psychology. It's statistically.
All right. So So shout out to Zay for sending me that, because when he sent me that, I said, "Oh damn, I got to play this on Monday, man." Tell her to stop smoking. She need to stop smoking.
You see what I tell you?
Yeah,
Dog,
you see,
bitch, baby. That's it. That's all they know.
And what's funny, they'll call her a pick me, but that girl is hey.
Hey, check this out. I don't know where they came up with this pick me foolishness. If I want a job, I'm going to make myself look good for that job. If I want a woman and she like dudes that wear whatever the hell, I'm gonna wear whatever the hell. I'm gonna do what it takes to get that person. Why is it when women make themselves available to the type of man they want, they're called pick? I don't get it. It's like, oh no, I do get it. Because women love shaming language. That's what it is. They like to shame. And when you're alone and bitter, all you can do is get in your emotions and call names like a 4-year-old. You're dusty. You're brokey. You're this. You know what else? You know what? Your womb is deady because all you do is take pookie dick and give babies to dudes who don't like you. How about that? Why every time you have a child, the father don't stand around? How about that? We need to start making names up for them. Broke coochie heifer. Back to what I was saying.
Go ahead, Kev. He's stupid, Mike.
Nah, she sound like a pick me, to be honest. But nah, I'm gonna let Wayne go.
Oh, nothing. Because you know why? Mike? You know why Kev don't want to go? Because he'll have to stick to his character and disagree with a woman. And Kev like, I ain't doing that one.
That man is on character point. Trust me.
No, it's not that.
Slip.
She looks like she's over 40. Hey, and if she's over, that's a nice looking healthy woman there. I mean, hey, it is. Hey, it is what it is.
Okay, let me talk. Okay.
There's a reason don't mess with them children. Them young girls are the worst thing ever invented. They look good, but inside they rotten. Trust me.
But she said single mothers make the worst people but when I said that to Shicey's like, oh no, you crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. The majority of them come out better. No. It's proven in any stat you want to look at that where a father is present, that child is going to come out a whole hell of a lot better. Hell, I did a debate last year against somebody and kicked that person's ass on it.
Yeah,
with nothing but empirical data. That's what I do. I pull up empirical data to prove my point. Go ahead, Kev.
You know, I like when you say the big words, empirical. That's good shit.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I got to do homework on it. What I can say is like it's mad general, very general, because it's not every situation where it's guaranteed you'll have a good upbringing if you have a father in the house. I mean, shoot, I have like abusive parents growing up, and shoot, I even just visited my step niece who lives in Louisiana, and she kind of had the same thing going on where like she had abusive parents, and her father. So basically, my stepbrother was in a toxic relationship with his wife, and you know, he had so many issues to where like he just got deported to Haiti. Like, so instead of like going to jail, they just deported his ass. And you know, she told me about all the, you know, kind of things that she had to deal with them being in the house. At the same time, like she seems to have grown up to be, you know, a nice young woman who's productive and who's, you know, someone who's not emotional, being that she was raised by only her mom. So I can't say that's every situation. Although if you guys do have data, I don't know where you guys are getting your data from, because we know with scientific studies, they like to lie a lot. So what I do want to say is like, now stop generalizing. That's what I want to say. Stop generalizing, because not every situation is going to be better with the father in the home. Sometimes you got to get that nigga out of there.
I'm so happy you said that, because wasn't everything in your argument about men being bums generalizing? Every single thing, every single point of view that you made since you've been on this show.
My
has
man,
been generalizing. Every single one.
My
Well,
man.
if he did that, he must be a bum. He must have been. He shouldn't have been sleeping with the thoughts. You're generalizing because most men don't jump in thoughts. Most men are dealing with women they thought were good, and they just turned out not to be because they had a better deal. But you didn't care about nuance back then, did you? You only care about nuance when it keeps you out of disagreeing with a woman. Or when it comes to pushing a man down a what do you call it? A well like it's on from. That's the only time you care. So, like I said, everyone, y'all can see. That's all I'm doing this year is helping y'all see through Kevin. That's all I'm doing. That is my mission.
I am nodding my head because
Mike
I've already
is right,
said,
my guy.
analyze
Mike is
and talk
right.
about this.
Thank you, Trevor Gill.
Hey, Shiesty Bum, the divorce. So that's the one thing we will agree on. She says, so what's the divorce rate? The divorce rate is way higher than it should be, but I got a reasoning for that. I think people are getting married that shouldn't be getting married. As I always say, I don't think you should get married until you're in your 30s. It's just prove you need to live a little before you go jump into a major commitment like that. But we could do that one another day.
And living
Kev,
doesn't mean getting extra penises.
Yeah. Kev, CT Flemings has a question for you. My question for Kevin is, do you feel having both parents do more harm than help? Yeah, answer that one, Kev.
I think they do. I think it does if they're not in a healthy relationship, because you're going to see aspects of dealing with other people that is negative, and you're going to bring that into the real world. Like, for example, you're going to feel like, shoot, I had a homeboy who feels like, I don't know if I want to say it on there. Okay. Anyways, some people feel like because of their toxic relationship that you need a little bit of crazy in a woman to actually know that she likes you, when that can be the opposite of the case, So and a lot of times when it comes to like abusive relationships, like you're basically going to date your your parents when it comes to looking for that person for you. So for example, if you're a woman who is in a toxic situation with your parents, you're going to say, oh, okay, well, if a man is a little abusive, that kind of means like he loves you, even if he puts hands on you. Same with a guy. Like if your mom is abusive to you and you're seeing that your dad's a pushover, you're going to be like, okay, well, real love is tolerating a woman, yapping all the time and getting on my nerves every time I get off of work. You're going to say that, okay, that is a definition of love, which means you're going to look for that in other people, which means you're going to continue this cycle of abuse. So yeah, I would say, yeah, that can be an issue as well.
Hey, Kev.
Go ahead and contradict yourself.
I never contradict myself. Hey, Kev. So if you're growing up in a single mother home as a young boy, and she's erratic and insane and run all the men off, aren't you getting traumatized by a woman who treats men like garbage while trying to raise you to be a man to be treated like garbage? Or if you're a woman, aren't you being traumatized watching a woman talk to men with disrespect and thinking she can hang with them? What you gonna do? I'll beat your ass. I'll do it. And then yelling at you saying, you don't take nothing from these men. You don't think that's making the type of women that we're talking about right now from the single mother household? See,
you're asking me that question as if I'm arguing that.
It's my time to talk, sir.
Oh, you asked me a question, nigga.
You remember when I asked you a question?
Hey, shout out to Maria G, man. Happy New Year, Maria. Welcome to 2025. Thanks for coming back. I guess you probably didn't know that we were back by now. And shout out to Douglas Edwards, new to the channel. This is a fantastic conversation.
We got a full house tonight, man.
Yeah, I know. Hey, man, y'all hit the damn like button. Hey, listen.
Hit the like button.
Whatever it takes to get in the algorithm,
It's
and
free.
y'all over
It's
there
free.
watching on Twitter, hit the damn like button or whatever you got to do over there. I wish y'all come over here, but it is what it is. Go ahead, Mike.
The like button is free.
Yeah, I ain't asking for no money. Just hit the like button. And I'm drinking. I'm drinking this Long Island right now, so I might get chatty soon.
Go ahead, Kev.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, like, you were asking me the question as if I was arguing that. I'm not arguing that.
No, you weren't arguing it. You were giving the other side as if the other side is the problem when both sides can be the problem. You were just selectively choosing. That was my problem. Don't selectively choose. Don't walk in a house and say, oh my gosh, this house has rats. I can't live here. And I'm like, but what about the roaches? You're like, well, I didn't see no roaches. I just saw rats. So because you got a rat company.
Fair enough.
CT, CT, you're not getting a straight answer from Kev. He ain't
never.
He ain't giving you no yes or no if that's what you're looking for. So
you guys are on the Cocoa Puffs. Oh my goodness.
So Wayne, anything else you wanted to add to this before we move on to the last part?
No, Mike and Kev made good points. Kev actually made
Stop
some good
lying.
points
Kevin
about
make no point.
about the two parents, and if they're toxic, then if the woman is treating the dad like a POS, they're gonna think that's how you should treat somebody in a relationship. So I get what he's saying. And Mike, you made a good point about the woman being single and being erratic and a roller coaster, and girls see that and think that's how you should be, and a lot of them get that behavior from that. You go to TikTok or social media, especially TikTok, man, you see these women and their daughters, they look exactly alike, both of them hot in the butt doing the dances and all that, and it's like, yeah, they passing it down. You heard that song, she get it from her mama. So I mean, but that's all I got to say, man. Y'all crushed it, y'all killed it, y'all cooked.
And let me say this before Trevor changes the thing. It'll be real quick, Trev. I want to give a shout out to the MIR crew. We're all 5 in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since all 5 of us been here. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I wish we could have had the whole 5 in the crew at Trevor's house and took the picture, because that would be my main pick. But shout out to
I gotta make it there, man.
It's all right, bro. We ain't mad at you. My VP, my director of director of defense, my director of non-Diddy freak-offs, and my blue chip. Much love to all of y'all. MIR times 5 strong. We out here. All we do is make Kev look bad. Holla at your boy. Continue.
So CT says, MIR squad new member is Craig. Damn, you got he said, yeah. Girl dads had to show their daughters. So Nikisha, hey,
growing.
Nikisha, you right down my alley there. Listen, Mike said it earlier. I don't even let guys hang around me that don't take care of their kids. I think being a father is the most important thing in the world. It is the most important job there is to be a father, especially I'm a father to a young girl. That I had to set the standard. I just tell this real quick. I remember anytime we go out, me, my wife, and my daughter. Yes, I'm married. So for you guys who think I'm just this ultra, I hate women, that's not true. I am married. Been married for 11 years. So, but here's
I've never seen her before. Never.
but here's the thing though. When me, my wife, and my daughter go out, it doesn't matter where we're going. We could go to Disney World. We could go anywhere. We like to stay in suites, because when you have a little kid, you don't want them on top of you when you're trying to take care of business, and enough said. But we always stay in suites. So one year we took my daughter to Legoland, and I'm like, well, damn, there's a hotel like literally adjacent to Legoland. Let's just stay here. So we walk in the building, and my daughter at the time, she was 4. She walks in and she's just like looking around. And I'm like, why is she looking around like this? What the hell's going on? And she's just looking around with this disgusted look on her face. She's like, Daddy. I'm like, what's up? She's like, is this it? Are we going somewhere else? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, normally when we go out, we always have like this big hotel and stuff like that. But I realized, like, I set this example for her, like, you do these things, and as a girl dad, Mike would know, Wayne would know, they're both girl dads. Ricardo, listen, I think the problem with a lot of you women are, you never heard a man talk before, because you probably were too busy running your mouth to ever listen to what he had to say and get some sense in, you get some real teaching. And if you would listen, your life would probably be a little better. See, I never get personal, and Shicey says that she's under 30, so who knows? I don't know. That you behind the avatar, that could be what it could be. But she's basically crapping on marriage and things like that. But my retort to that would just be, are you marriable? Are you in a position where a man will want to marry you? So it's easy to say, oh, I never want to be married. I never want to be married. Well, that's fine if nobody wants to marry you. But are you in a position where somebody would be like, oh, damn, I want her. I want her to be my wife. I want to give her. Oh, man, when we got married, my wife couldn't wait to go down to the DMV to get her last name changed. She couldn't wait. She couldn't wait. She wanted to take on the fantastic last name and really be in with me.
And I
so
bet that shit felt fantastic.
Yeah, listen, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't no hyphen nigga. I'm telling you, you ain't putting no hyphen on you. Not listen, when we get married, I'm taking you from your daddy. That's why Messiah says, therefore I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am, you may also be. When I take you from your daddy, I'm taking on all the responsibility. You're not doing no hyphen name. You're not doing none of that. There's certain things I bend on, and then there's other things that I'm 100% to. You taking my last name, and that's just that. I was raised by my father. He didn't teach us to be coward. What did I say? Cowardice. So you know what? Because you were raised by your dad, I say that you probably got some good teaching in you. I say you got some good teaching. I was raised by my dad. I wasn't raised by my mom. I actually didn't see my birth mom until I was like 20. So, but that's a whole nother story. But let's get to this voicemail that I got. Hold on. Nikisha says, hey, and listen, I love the fact that Shicey Bum, I know she get under y'all skin, but I love it. I love it.
You don't get under my skin. This is my fun. This is my pleasure. This is my joy in life. The only thing that makes it worse is that she's not here, so I can do it in real time.
Yeah, I wonder.
Let me just say this about, and this is the only response that I'll give Shiesty, because I think that person is a troll. The last comment about her being raised by her father is BS, because she's too comfortable in babbling. There is no woman who's been raised by a man that babbles like she's been babbling in the comments all night. My daughters know if you're going to talk about something. Here, I'll give an example. When my daughter asks me for something, to buy her something, she knows to come to me with all the information, where to get it from, the price, make sure it's real, etc., the accurate information. I make her do that to teach her, when you talk, make sure you're saying something. M. Shiesty has been babbling all night, talking about nothing, just being objective, just to be objective. That's not a man. That's not even a man. That's not a rational man teaching. A woman who's been raised by a man, okay, is not just going to be comfortable in babbling. That's all I'm gonna say about her. That's my only response to that, because I've been seeing some of her comments and she's just babbling. She ain't saying nothing.
She says her dad made her a boss.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Lord.
Babbling. It's babble. It's just bimbo babble. That's all it is. It's just bimbo babble.
Her dad is named Jessica. That ain't no man. Her dad is really, that's a woman that raised her, that called. She might have been the extra wife.
She's just babbling. That's what I'm saying. I don't even pay her no attention. I don't know why y'all even giving all that. It's just a troll. She's trolling.
Your daughter will live a life of servitude.
Ma'am, my daughter has stocks in Nvidia, Liddy. Ma'am, you couldn't even touch my daughter's net worth right now, ma'am. You don't even want to talk to me, ma'am. My daughter owns stocks in million and billion-dollar companies, ma'am. You at the age of 11. Get out of here. Stop yourself.
Mine does too. And I have to post every other month how my daughter's winning this award at school, that award at school, and guess what? She will be served. She will have a life of servitude to her children and her family, because that's what the Bible says you're supposed to do. You go ahead and be a boss to nobody. You sad coochie heifer. Go on about what you were saying.
So Nikisha says 40 plus, and yes, my dad showed me the best, and I expected my man to show and share with me the best. Yeah, listen. Your dad sets the example. Your dad should be a girl's first love. And this is where I will push back. Me and Wayne have had this argument forever, that unfortunately there are some dads that aren't present in their daughters' lives, and they create the monsters. So Nikisha also says, I watched my father love my mother way beyond what I know she deserved. Love of a man is magic. This man, my father, showed me a real man's love is real. Yeah, listen. Hey, and on the flip side of that, from my dad, My dad showed me how to do it wrong. My dad is the greatest dad in the world listen to me. But my dad is the greatest dad in the world as far as teaching me and my brother how to be a man and stuff like that. But when it came to relationships, there was one way, the player way, and that was it. And when you growing up and you watching this, then you become a fork in the road, and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna go this way or I'm gonna go this way. But so either way, let's get into this voicemail that I got.
But we gotta have this conversation one day, cause I want to have this on the show, and this is our barbershop talk. Why is it a man who doesn't want a family and want multiple women, why does that make him a bad person?
Well, shit, you know what? We'll do that.
Versus a guy who married and who's settling down with a woman. Why does that give him the badge of a good man? But why does a man who says, man, I want to be free, I want to, make my money, do my thing, live my life, and I want to have one or two girlfriends, even if he's at the age of whatever he's at the age at. Why does that make him a bad man? I want to have that. I want to have that conversation on the show.
We'll do that on the 27th when we come back.
All right, sounds good.
Just let me know how you want to title it. So because y'all know it ain't no secret. I think a man should be able to have more than one woman. Now let's we gonna keep it real. We gonna keep it real because in the words of Cedric Entertainer, is this the barbershop? You damn right. It's the barbershop. So CT, hold on, let me read this last comment before I go on to the voicemail. When I cook, I literally have my 7-year-old daughter help and watch me because I'm not because not showing them is why there's a bunch of shawties out here that don't be man, you're preaching. My daughter, and I'm married. Like I say, I'm married, but I love to cook. When I got home yesterday, as tired as I was, dog ass tired, been to work since 5 o'clock yesterday, got home late while we couldn't do the show, still stopped by the store and bought stuff to make gumbo just because my daughter wanted something. So you know what I'm saying? So it ain't no, listen, man. Hey, men just do what they do. Like today I pulled up and I'm sitting in the driveway and my daughter and my wife opened the door and she's like, get your ass inside the house. And then I just looked at her and then she was like, those 10 minutes. Cause she knows sometimes those 10 minutes in the car be the best. Hey, those dictate a lot. When a man gets home from work and he just sit them 10 minutes in the car and just decompress. Cause you got a wife to take care of, you got a daughter to tend to. Now I got a little cat that just won't stop running all over the damn place, getting into all my stuff. So, it is what it is. But let's get into this voicemail. So I didn't even ask for this, but when I got it, I had to ask the individual if I could use this on the show because this was Shicey. I didn't want to believe that you was a troll, but now I believe it. So y'all daughters would be somebody made. My daughter gonna be straight. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. My daughter gonna be straight.
Man, move on with the show with that.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. They think that stuff don't bother me, man. I done dealt with the worst.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, man.
I done dealt with the worst damn internet trolls in the world. You can't. All right, so y'all got to listen to this one. I just got this. So here we go. Hold on. Yeah, I'm tripping. Hold on.
We're going to continue going down this downward spiral until black men start manning up and getting back into the homes and start running these homes. Anything that's led by women it's going to be chaos because everything is based off of feelings, not facts. We got to get black men back in control of our community, or we're going to continue going down this downward spiral till we just don't exist no more. We're going to continue going down this downward spiral until black men start manning up and getting back into the homes and start running these homes. Anything that's led by women, it's going to be chaos because everything is based off of feelings, not facts. We got to get black men back in control of our community, or we're going to continue going down this downward spiral till we just don't exist no more.
All right, y'all heard the man. So wait a minute. All right, so Kev said he'll be right back. Okay, I was gonna go to Kev. So all right, so Wayne, you just heard and listen, literally that was sent to me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, man, this fit right in. Can I use this? Yeah, absolutely. So Wayne, what do you think about that?
I think it's true, but I think it ain't gonna never happen again. It won't happen again. Um, I think men have just chosen to go their own way. I think when you listen to podcasts, when you listen to um a lot of black men out there when they talk, a lot of black men are choosing to go their own way. Now, are there still a percentage that believe in love? Absolutely. Do they believe in building a family? Absolutely. I think what's happening is black men are being more strategic about it, whether you're old or young, and they're looking at it differently. They're not defining themselves of by if they're dedicating their life to a woman or not. They're not being defined by that. They're being defined by their careers, or they're being defined by their hobbies, things of that nature. So I don't think the black community will ever get back to that at a percentage that it was back in the 50s and the 40s. I think it'll still be black families united. I think it will still be black women and black men uniting and getting married, but the numbers are dropping drastically. I mean, you can see it, you know what I'm saying, as far as marriage. Now, black women are still having babies, and that's another conversation I want to have. I think we talked on
Oh,
the
come
last
on,
show,
man. You hold
Sheila.
on.
You talked.
Hold on, Wayne. Hold on. You was borging out. I don't want you to waste the comment. You was
Oh,
borging
okay.
out.
You got me. You got me back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, I was just saying. So, no, I was saying that was another subject that we needed to talk about because, I know you talked about, children and the single mothers when we talked about that, and I know we was having that debate about women leading, should women lead, and then we was having another conversation that we had to pick up on. But no, just to get, and I'm gonna close it like this. I think the number of family uniting is declining because black men are starting to choose to go their own way, and their first instinct is not family, is not finding a woman and building a family, or finding a woman that's children and being a father. So that's why that's declining. So I don't think we're gonna getting back into the homes like he's saying. I don't think it's gonna happen. That's just my opinion.
All right, fair enough. Kev, you back? All right, he's not back yet. Mike, so pertaining to the voicemail you just heard, what do you so Juanis says, hold on, because I want to put this up. Juanis, where is it? Juanis says the reason why the Judite man is not in the home is because he does not have a place in the home, man. And this is coming from an Israelite. This is coming from an Israelite standpoint. And it just pertain to what I mentioned earlier. Like, there's no peace. You get your ass kicked every day by the world, and then you come home to more chaos. So Mike, hold on, let me see. Okay, all right, go. Kev's back. You know, I want Mike to close this out because he gonna do his Mike special. So Kev, did you hear the voicemail?
Yeah, I heard the voicemail.
All right, go ahead and shit on it.
You see, okay, to be honest, I feel like it's just babble, but in a non-Kevin fashion, I'm gonna say yes, he has a point if he is the type of guy who is like wanting better for himself, like if he's like constantly trying to improve himself and not trying to be in a negative situation. And yeah, like I said before, if you're someone who tends to stay in negativity, then of course you're gonna attract negativity. So of course you're gonna mess up your situation regardless. I don't like I said, I don't think there's a black community issue because yes, you guys can mention that black culture is poison, but there's poison in other cultures. Like, for example, Hispanic culture, they have a domestic violence situation and stuff like that.
What did he just say?
All in all, like you got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's and make sure you improve your life so that way your family can improve their lives. Especially if you're, for example, a cheater. Like, if you're a cheater, then you can't expect your woman to trust the things that you say. You can't expect your woman to trust that you're not going to finesse her and have like another family and things like that. You got to deal with those demons to where your demons don't affect the people that you care about. So, but yeah, other than that, I don't, like I said, I don't see any issues with the black family as a whole. Like I said, I see an issue with people themselves because they're too busy dealing with sins as opposed to like trying to better themselves.
So Kev, let me and like I said, I'm on the Long Island, so I may be going all over the place here, but oh God, I just forgot what I was gonna say. Shicey said most people could cohabitate. This is very, shout out to Eddie Israel in the building. This is just so funny what Shicey saying, and I know what y'all say, but I listen, like I said, I love it. I wish she'd come on here, but I know she's afraid. She said that most black people don't believe in marriage. That's crazy. I never, that's crazy. Western society has evolved past marriage, and you know what? That's why Western society is so messed up. So Mike, what? Because hopefully I'll remember what I was going to say when you're done. What do you think about the voicemail we just heard?
It can't happen. It's never gonna happen. I was telling Kevin about these squirrels and how they were separated by an earthquake, and then they spent so much time separated that they became virtually different species where they couldn't even procreate with each other anymore, even though they started out as the same thing. That's what I believe is happening to the black man and the black woman in America.
Beautiful.
It's they are no longer, we look at them and they look like the black women we grew up on. They look like they could have been Claire Huxtable. They look like they could have been Shaka Khan minus the booger sugar. They look like they could have been Patty. You know what I'm saying? They look like, but they're not. They're few and far between. You have no idea how many people I speak to on a daily basis just to get to one that makes sense. You know how many shiesties I got to go through to meet a Ketot? You know what I'm saying? And see, the problem isn't that shiesty exists. The problem is that you can't tell shiesty nothing. No matter what you say, you got to be wrong because she has to be right. And there's no empirical evidence to back her up. She's not saying I'm right because the so-and-so stated on this and this. She's right because she feels like she's right. No matter how many times I could say, oh, this was from this report or this was from, it's like, I don't, and black men no longer have the strength. When I was young, a broken woman was like catnip. She's broken, give her the mic. Mike will fix her. Oh, come here, queen. Let me help you. What did he do? Da-da-da. And then I was like, I'm giving all this energy because I see a black woman as something that's worth it. And then when she feels better, she's gonna go back to whatever she wants to do anyway. And that's the best thing about me, that I think I never got upset. I'm still friends with all of them. I call them my what do you call that thing in the Bible? Prodigals. I call them the prodigals because they leave and then they want to come back. And I'd be like, hey, no, can't come here. We could be cool though. Every female friend I have that lives near me is we could be cool though, because that Michael don't recycle. And these chicks really believe, and it took my 30s, which is why I like that you said you shouldn't get married till you're 30. It took to my 30s to realize my worth. Shout to my dog Wayne, Blue Chip, to get my worth and to realize my worth is not tied up or latched or connected to making a woman happy. My worth is not connected, latched, or tied up to providing for a woman. My worth is in my next generation and making sure my daughter's a bad one. And when I say bad, I don't mean looks. I mean my daughter. I want the man that gets my daughter to come to me and say, sir, I was coming to ask you for her hand in marriage, but before I even get to that, I want to thank you for whatever you did to make her the way she is. That's where my joy is going to come from. My joy is going to come from the man that chooses my daughter and that I'm okay with. He's going to look at her and go, there's no way I want to hurt her, sir. You made her into everything that I want in a woman. And that's what I'm trying. The same way Wayne says he talks to his daughter and gets her to come to him certain ways. I talk to my daughter the same way. My daughter has a problem with using woman manipulation, where she'll go, oh, Daddy, don't you want a Sprite? You're really thirsty. Wouldn't you like a Sprite? And I look at her and go, baby girl, do you want a Sprite? Yes, then ask for a Sprite. Don't try to use me against me to get you what you want. All the time. I say,
Yo,
you're
my
a big
daughter
girl.
do the same.
You're a big girl. If you want something, you ask for that something, and you believe in the fact that I love you and you're worth it enough that I can give it to you. Or if the answer is no, there's a valid reason why I said no. And you can ask me that reason. I'll tell you why, because I have the time. If we're out in public, my daughter knows. If I say, hey, move, she don't ask questions outside. She waits till we get in the car and she goes, Daddy, what happened? And then I tell her, she goes, I didn't even see that. Oh, thank you. Because my daughter knows when it's time to, when the man in your life says move, you move. And then you ask questions later. Because you don't always see, you know how they have those little things where they go, the man walking down the street looking everything and his girlfriend walking around with using 1% of her brain? That's how it is. They be just happy to be alive. I'm happy I'm a girl. I'm sitting on coochie and it's the best. Yay! And the guy's like, hey, I don't like the way this nigga looking at her over here in the corner. All right, I got to make sure, oh, this car coming up, why he creeping so slow? We got to move like that. And that is what makes me me. I'm no longer caring about, hey, women, hey, black men, black women are going to be what they're going to be. If you're lucky enough to find one that has sense, lucky enough to find one that can use their logical brain, lucky enough to find one that doesn't think being a boss or a baddie is a compliment, because it's not. It's not. Lock her down, show her the man that you are, and I hope it connects to you. Other than that, make sure you don't raise thoughts. That's the best we can do now. And make sure you're living the best your life. I was supposed to, we have the 19th off in my job where I'm going to, Sunday, I almost went to Thailand. With the money I made on crypto, I was going to go to Thailand just to see what it was like. I was going to go to somewhere. I'm like, hey, let me see what's going on over here. Let me see what's going on in the Philippines. Let me see what's going on. Just to travel. Because my dog Kevin was in, I ain't going to say where he was, but he was traveling. So I was like, shoot, if he's traveling, why can't I travel? Now I'm trying to talk to somebody. So I'm thinking maybe I'll take a cruise instead or something. But I'm still trying to do stuff. Find joy in yourself. Joy doesn't live in black women anymore. You're not going to find Claire Huxtable. You're not. So at least make sure you're Theo, where you were out doing stuff for the community and being a better man. Do that. And Maria G, I got a whole case of Sprite for you. Whole case. You ain't got to ask, boo-boo. You good.
So I don't know why I keep I don't know why I keep entertaining Shicey, but she's just making me laugh. So she says she wants to be a mom. She don't want to be married, which is fine. But she wants to be a mom, which again, you want to bring a child into a single parent environment. And possibly set that kid up for failure. That's that. And I just asked you the question as to who taught you that, like, where have you really seen that successful in life? But you know, you guys know how we feel, whether you like what we say or not, man. Just keep watching. And tonight y'all was watching, so I really appreciate that. Especially even over on Twitter was higher audience than it normally is for Man Talk Monday, because like I say, Twitter audience really tunes in for the wrestling and the football stuff. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in for Man Talk Monday. And so I guess overwhelming, let me just go around. Kev, do you think black men and women can unite again?
The answer is yes. And yeah, it looks like society is going back into conservatism anyways. So yeah, thank goodness we have a Republican in the White House again, because now we can get to the point where we can get back to morals and not the degeneracy that we've seen with the Democrats.
Amen to that. Amen to that. I will amen to that.
What?
Hey, Trev, you see that you see that comment right there, the one above Cardi's comment? I can do whatever I want. That is literally the downfall of women. That is the downfall of women. They wanted to be men, but they didn't want to be full men. They just wanted to do what they thought men could do without the consequences. That's the downfall of women. I can do whatever I want. There's not even a man in the existence that think, well, maybe Trump, maybe Trump. But most men don't wake up thinking I can do whatever I want. Most men hold themselves back from what they want to get what they need. Women today, I'm going to do whatever I want, even if it destroys the community. And guess what? It has. That's why it'll never be no unification, Kev. I'm sorry, Trevor. Go back to what you do.
And when they're 50 and lonely with their 4 kids and their cats, then they'll go back and remember this conversation.
No, they
and
won't.
Be like, damn, maybe I should have been a little more Maybe I should have listened a little bit more.
That sounds like accountability. They just gonna find new names to call men. These new, no. You know what they're gonna do? I got it. And you're gonna feel me when I say this. They're gonna say men are predators because they're talking to younger women than them. That's what they're gonna do. He's a predator because he wants to talk to a 30-year-old and he's 42. That's what they're gonna do. When a 30-year-old is a grown-ass adult, and when she was 30, she was sleeping with a billionaire who was 55.
Yeah.
But don't say nothing.
70.
Don't say nothing. All right.
70. What we just talked about last week? Joy Taylor. Bro, Joker was in his 60s. So Wayne, do you think, all right, after everything we said, do you think it's a possibility? Do you think it could happen that the black man and the woman are going to reunite again?
I'll take a
30-year-old
any day. Let me just add that. Nah, I think it's a wrap. I think it's a wrap, man. I think, and Mike said it all. I think it's a wrap on that. I just think men are more aware, and I think men are starting to put themselves first. And again, I don't think men are in total just giving up on love like that. I think they're just, and which this is all I preach, just be more strategic about it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself first sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And don't be afraid to lose a woman. Don't be afraid for a woman to walk out, because look, bro, you got to put yourself first. That's just what I preach, man. I think men, especially black men, I think they should just start putting themselves first, man. Put your finances first. Put your goals first. And then seek a woman. You know what I'm saying? And if she ain't down with your program, move on. And being in your program that don't mean she got to be a slave to you or whatever, because people misinterpret that. But if she ain't on your program, bro, all right, baby, cool. I'm gonna find one, because you will find one. That's the game. So
Mike, I already know what you said, but go ahead and put a bow on it. Do you think the black man and the woman going to unite again?
I think the best we have is on an individual scale. You might find a good black woman. I'm in the process. I'm trying to get one. I'm trying to lock one down. I had a decent one play around for like half a year and then not talk to me, and then we ain't gonna talk about that. But that was a joke. I guess the people who were supposed to get it didn't get it. But nah, it's a wrap. Society. Hey, you all know what I say is the blame for everything. White supremacy has done its job. White supremacy has, and it's not just American whites, because you see the go on, they come with their bots and they make up stuff to make black people and argue other countries. That's why nobody wants to be black, bro. It's a no-win situation. Everybody's always against you. Everybody's always trying to tear you down or what you believe. And then we have Kevin's ilk. Mike, he's gonna die alone. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. And yo, I'm gonna say this. This will tell you how they're juvenile, right? She just said, "How you gonna have kids and be lonely?" Prefer that I have kids and say that I'm gonna be alone. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it both. This is why you don't argue with fools. You just let fools show who they are. I'm talking to you too.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I believe Shiesty is just Shiesty is your super id. That's all it is. She a part. She's like another part of you talking just reckless. Let me find out that's you.
She get under your skin, so she got my vote.
She didn't get under my what skin? I think she's hilarious. But anyway,
yeah, you were making a point, and you're all up in the chat. Come on,
yeah,
Mike.
I like the debate. How long have you known me? How long have you known me? You and I sit next to each other, and we'll talk about one thing and go off on something else. That's what I do. But anyway, you're just trying to be friends with her. That's what it is. Wait till we get off the chat, then you can go try to holler at her. Back to what I was saying, Trev. I think it's a wrap. It's a wrap. The only thing we can do is we might be able to get a couple of stragglers. You know, when a civilization is down to its last embers, you might get like a little bulge here or a little something here. That's all we got. The days are over. The 70s are gone. The dashikis are gone. The most we might have is no, we can't even do that. I was going to say maybe Africans come over here and they find a unity with black people and we make a different type of black and we phase out the whatever the hell is wrong with the modern black women and the modern black dudes. But that ain't even gonna happen because even over in Nigeria, they act just as reckless as they do over here. I've seen them chicks over there. They act just like modern American women too. So it's a wrap, bro. Go get you a chick from the Philippines and keep her out of America. That's the best bet you got.
So, oh man, all right. So, unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say this, I don't think that we'll ever get back to the way we were. CT had a comment, we can unite, but it would have to be a big facelift on our thinking and stop paying attention to all these godless celebrities. And for that, I 1,000,000% agree, but it'll never happen because the culture, the society that we're in now, everybody wants this thing that they can't have, this imaginable thing. They try to attain what they see on TV and not look at what's in front of them. And unfortunately, I think the nuclear family structure is completely destroyed. Venkat calls me JD Vance for whatever reason, I don't know, but the nuclear family is completely destroyed. And I gotta blame women for that because they bought into the lie. Like they literally bought into the lie and said, oh, you could put your career over everything. You could put your money in over everything, be a boss bitch and do all this. But they never told you. You ever watch those movies where make a deal with the devil and they be like, oh yeah, we'll give you 7 wishes to your heart's content. But then at the end of the wish, you wonder why you're lonely and you don't have any of the shit that you wish for. And that's the unfortunate part of it, that we fed into the lie. What they always say, the biggest deception is what is believing that the devil don't exist or something like that. But you fed into the lie, and now it's time to pay the piper. The passport bros are a real thing, and they are leaving in droves. And it's not because they're weak. You could say what you want. You could be like, oh, they're weak. They're going and getting feminine women that look good and don't bring baggage. And that's the problem. You guys bring too much baggage and then want men to stay around and deal with your bullshit. The only thing a man was put on this earth to do was to be fruitful and multiply. He could be fruitful and multiply with anybody. He would rather do it with his own kind. But if you won't shut your damn mouth long enough to let's reason together and let's come to some type of understanding, then like what are we doing here? At the end of the day, men's happiness matters. For too long, we've been putting it to the back burner, but our happiness does matter, and we want to be happy. We've been putting you guys' happiness ahead of ours for too long. Even though we pay for everything, even though we literally give you the home, we give you the house to make the home, and it's still not good enough for you. So I as much as it pains me to think, man, I always like to live in this world where I think one day the black man and the woman going to come back together and we're going to be, we're going to fight this white supremacy and we're going to start making black babies and we're going to repopulate the earth. And we're going to do this and we're going to do that, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I blame y'all. I hate this. No, I don't hate to say it. It is what it is. I blame y'all. And you're going to be left with the bag because men are moving on. And you're going to wake up one day and wonder why you're lonely. And you only got yourself to blame. I mean, and that's just the truth of the matter. For the good women, the good black women, because there are a bunch of you out there, you guys will be taken care of. You guys will be taken care of, and you'll be uplifted like you're supposed to be. But it's you loud-mouthed hood rats that just won't stop talking and won't stop acting like you're a man. You might as well go get the surgery if you want to be a man so bad. You don't want to be led. You don't want to ever just be quiet long enough to be led, to be taught. So Wayne brought it up about women leading. You guys know, you listen to me enough. I am who I am. I don't think women should be leading, not in masses, like government and things like that, because they think out of emotion. But like I always say, hey, I'm just a guy with a microphone. What the hell do I know? Kev, go and give you close out.
Well, I'm a young man who's 30 with a microphone, and I do know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna agree with what Trev said about the hood rats. Y'all cooked, including the hood dudes. Y'all cooked. Not too sure how to help you, but if you guys decide to look for help, then you can definitely come on the show and look for great advice from me mainly. But for everybody else, hey, listen, man, there is something called hope and there is something called change, and you can always change yourself. I know for me, I was very insecure and I thought I would never get no hoes until I did it. But I had to work. I had to work my ass off. I had to change. I had to make sure that I treated myself better than I treated other people, and the hoes started coming. And now I do have a lot of work to do because yes, I do want 2 wives, and I have to make sure that I have self-confidence, because that's the main thing that you have to have in this world, is a lot of self-confidence and a lot of positive thinking. That's where that's where confidence comes from. Positive thinking. So I mean, you can listen to people who harp on the negativity all you want, but you know, that's their reality. If they want to stay in that, that's on them. For you, if you are looking to have that beautiful wife and kids, if you're looking to have that beautiful husband and kids, you just got to work on yourself, make sure you're the shit, and nobody can tell you nothing. So that's my little speech for tonight. And Shiesty Bum, you're the MVP tonight because you're hilarious. Everybody else, you guys are funny too. I'm surprised I didn't get no flames today, but it is what it is. And y'all, and to you guys are hilarious too, including Mike, even though it kept cutting me off. But that's my thing. See ya.
Shiesty, I'm going to reach out to my white homie and get him on the show. And I bet you he'll tell you that they don't want no loudmouth woman either. I'm going to try to have him on for next show. Wayne, go and give your close out.
You talk about the chicks. Well, I'm gonna tell you who I would say are just as worse, and it's the educated bourgeoisies. They
I knew
are
that was coming.
horrible. Them educated, them black educated women. Those are the feminists. I mean, that's all that's getting taught at these universities, HBCUs and all. Those are the worst, if you ask me. I mean, yeah, the ghetto chicks are ghetto. That's what it is. But don't sleep on these black educated ones, the one with degrees. Anyway, my message is this: to the men, as always, this is a new year. I know that whole new year, new me kind of thing is kind of cliche, but I don't care. New year, fellas, men, set some goals for yourself this year, financially, spiritually, health, whatever. Set some goals and go after this year, man. Um, and put yourself first, love yourself, and treat yourself, man. You know, when you get that nice bonus or you know, you get a little extra money, you know, nothing wrong with paying the bills, taking care of the kids and the family and all that stuff, but treat yourself. Do something for yourself, fellas. And tech is coming. Tech is coming. Donald Trump, after inauguration, market, man, invest your money. All right. Tech is coming. AI is coming. Put your money in that AI, man. Watch the stock market. That's all I got for Kev. You the young bull. Mike, big bro. Trev, you the general. Everybody in the chat. Cardi, what happening? Soldier. Who else was in the chat? MD, all y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.
What about
See this
Shiesty
thing
Bum?
again. Man, y'all don't even pay attention to that troll. I don't even know why y'all was getting that troll. Y'all have a good night, man. Let's do this again. What, next week we doing this again? When we doing it again?
No, the week, because next week is inauguration. The week after, the 27th.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Hey, men, love yourself. Go get that bag. I'm out. Y'all have a good night, man.
All right, peace. Mike, go on, take us home.
Yo, this chick is funny. First and foremost, I'm not a baby daddy. I'm an ex-husband, which means somebody saw me worthy enough to put a ring on it. No one's done that for you, have they, Shiesty? No, you just get beaten, pumped, and dumped, and left like the thotty bag you are. So go ahead and say your names. Call me whatever you want. Call me baby daddy Mike. That's funny. That's hilarious. Not really. But just know that someone married me, and I'm still cool with them to this day. So I was deemed worthy. You were not. You're just a quote unquote baddie who gets penis and nobody commits to you. All right. That I think I'll choose my side every time. With that Jamaican flag behind me waving so beautifully. Damn it, Wayne, I gotta get a shot. Anyway, I want to thank the people that came here with a good heart. Shout out to the new people, CT, Nick, Nikisha, make sure I get her name right. Shout out to even Shiesty. Even shout out to Shiesty. We need contrarians. We need people that don't agree with us, because you don't get better by talking to people, quote unquote, in the echo chamber, like she said. So I have no issues with her. And the name calling doesn't bother me, because I went through elementary school in America as a black person. So there's nothing she's going to say that's going to ever hurt my feelings. I went to school with Cecil and Cedric and Disco Willie. You feel me? So you remember them, dude. So trust me, ain't nothing you gonna say. I'll never be hurt. I will say this, gentlemen, we have an obligation. Society says we have an obligation, and how we feel as men tells us we have an obligation to try. And that's all we can really do. We have to try. And I'm trying. I'm out here trying to find a wonderful black woman that can complement what it is I'm trying to do, that can build with me. We can make ourselves be something for the rest of our lives. That's the best we can do. Trying to save it is a wrap. It's not savable or salvageable. It's pretty much destroyed. White supremacy destroyed it. So just go for your own happiness. Stop letting you, and you know what? The best advice I can give you is to stop trying when you know they're them. When you meet a chick and she gives you the shiesty vibes up front, it took two shows. The first show I gave her grace. I was like, maybe she's just argumentative. She liked to debate like me. Oh, cool. But this show, she's shown all she's really good for is the name call and to just, yeah, I'm a boss. Once you get that, move on with your life. The problem is y'all like to sit around and give these daughter bags all these chances, and then you wonder why you get drained of your energy and drained of your essence, because you give so much to these thought rockets. It's like, find a good woman. Find a woman that talks to you like tequila, that speaks life into you. I see Keita and her man. That man be chilling when she bring him a plate. He be, what? That man be happy getting this. I see Trevor, he over there trying to be a host. And as soon as he's like, damn, I could use a drink, I see because I don't know, I never seen his wife. I just see a floating cup come up out of nowhere and land in his hand. He's like, oh, shoot. How did this get here? This is just what I was thinking. And then all of a sudden, everybody happy and stuff find you a person that could compliment you. You know what you good at. Find a person that's good at the stuff you're not good at, then y'all come together and make something good. That's life. I know we argue on here and we debate, but life and happiness is the real goal we're all after. Go for that. Let these Thadianis and these chicks who are only a bunch of holes that can walk, let them walk out of your life. That's what they're for. Let them be. They need to exist. The same way I say when people used to go back in the day, man, we black people, we don't need niggas. And I say, no, we do. We need niggas to make sure that the white people don't get too crazy, that the white people don't get too uppity. They know what we could turn back into. Just like we need thoughts. We need thoughts to remind us that's not where we live. That's not where we live. We don't live in Thoughtvania. This so weird. I just saw a watch float up. That was weird.
Oh, wow. That's wifey agreeing with you.
I have no idea. I've never seen her before. I just saw a watch floating in the air. But I'm glad she does, because she's a wonderful human being with a wonderful birthday. Now I'm saying they're there for cautionary tales. That's all they're there for. We need Shicey to exist so we know when we run into a Nene that it's different. You see what I'm saying? We need these thoughts to exist. Just don't have babies with them. That's the one thing I'll tell. I agree with you, Kevin. Wrap it up or do like I do. Finish in places above the birth canal. I know, I can hear Nene, man. She's like, I'm so sick of him. I was liking him until he kept going. Why Mike always got to ruin stuff? It's who I am, boo-boo. I'm just saying, do not have kids with them. That's what's making the problem. Every thought child is another ratchet dude who's going to rob you in 20 years, another ratchet chick who's going to try to get your child pregnant or try to burn your house down because you stepped on her Pumas. That's who they are. We know who they are. Just keep them over there. And us black people that's trying to do something, let's move forward. That's it. That's all I got for you. You all have a wonderful day. Shout to everybody in the chat. That was wonderful and being cool. Even shout to the bum who covers her face because she's so embarrassed of what she looks like. She has to put on fake eyelashes to try to have something feminine because that's what she's good for. Not being herself and trying to be something else. You are a bum. That's why you chose the name, because you're trash. You're not even trash because that'd be American. You are garbage. You are French garbage. Garbage, magnifique, trashy. You are, ugh. Nobody wants you. Keep thinking you're a baddie because you're horrible. That's what bad is. Bad means terrible. And that's what you are. I wish you ill, and I hope you get athlete's foot on your upper lip, you mutt-bagging torpor. All right, bro, I'm out of here. The rest of you have a great day. Keytot is the best twin, and my MR5, you know what it is.
All right, Mike. Oh man, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Hey man, shout out to those of you who came through, man. I really appreciate this show today. Shout out to young Kev, Wayne, and Mike. We'll be back not this Monday coming up, but the following Monday. Tape Fist Politics will be back on the 21st, so that's next Tuesday, the day after the inauguration, and I'm pretty sure the MMA brothers have a show this weekend. Bones and Zay, if you're in the chat, let me know. If I'm not mistaken, they do have a show this Friday. Wrestling with Reality will be back. Then we'll be back next week. Yeah, we'll be back next week, Wednesday. So appreciate you guys for coming through, man. Make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Listen, man, with me, it's all love, man. But you know, you come back, you bring the energy, you get the energy that you bring. This, y'all know that this is the Gladiator Arena. So if you come over here bringing that energy, they're gonna reciprocate. I'm a little more tame when it comes to that, but you know, these guys gonna defend home territory. And again, man, when I talk, I'm not talking just as a man that likes to talk. I always know I say I'm the man with the microphone. Okay, so Zay says they do have a show this weekend. Okay. I've been married. I mean, I'm going into my 12th year of marriage. So I think I've been pretty successful when it comes to that. And I'm married to a beautiful black woman that I could put up against anybody. I mean, it's not about that, but I could put up against anybody. But that's why I know that it could work. I just don't have confidence that it will work because not enough of you have that type of mindset. And that's the unfortunate side of it, because you're too busy wanting to be a baddie. You know, you want to be a baddie, then you criticize a 20-year-old that's probably really a baddie, and then you get mad with your man for looking at her. So, you know, go figure. Instead of just being who you are. But I do appreciate all the new people, man, that came through. CT Flemings, Nikisha. There's a couple new ones that came through. Shout out TNT News. Hey, man, listen, I want Shiesty Bum to continue to come through. I know y'all be getting on or whatever. I want her to continue to come through and bring more of your troll. Now, I'm not even gonna call you no troll because you say what you want to say and that's it. I love that. Bring more of your friends. And maybe they'll come on the panel and get into some heated conversation. I don't think they'll come on, but if they do want to come on, I will give y'all the opportunity to get your stuff out, to speak your mind. That's one thing about over here. I don't suppress anybody. But with all that being said, like I said to Juanis, I will be reaching out to you. I'm looking at more so like February to start back with the Bible stuff, just because I had a couple of guys reach out to me. And my work schedule is just crazy. I see TNT News just came in here. Shout out to TNT News. Y'all, you know, we'll start that back February. I am designing trophies for Stacy and Reggie for being the debate champions for 2023 and 2024. So they'll be getting those soon. Hey, man, just stick with the channel, man. We got MMA this Friday. The MMA brothers, they'll be breaking down UFC 311. Tape Fist Politics will be back Tuesday. Wrestling with Reality will be back Wednesday. And then Man Talk Monday will be back the following Monday. And then we'll start kicking off the Bible stuff first thing come February. So with all that being said, man, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of, hey, man, y'all make sure and hit the like button. Stop playing around. Listen, if you even hit the dislike button, you still get the channel in the algorithm. So I don't care if you hit the dislike button. You watch long enough, hit the button. Hit the button. Get the channel in the algorithm. You know you were thoroughly entertained tonight. So I am out of here, man. My throat's starting to get scratchy. I will see you guys on the other side. Peace.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find